culture with your delicious food. Head on over to Mariachi RE.
it's different when you go underneath those lights on Friday night. Like you said, you can be scrimmaging it all you want, but it's not the same. And you kind of see that in the NFL as well. I mean, these guys, the ones never played, and the first half of the first game was terrible. But that's first game, so you get that under your belt, and now we should see big improvements.
A lot of seniors on this ball club this year. I talked about pretty big. They were juniors last year who were behind seniors. So they're seniors, but they're not as experienced as your typical group might be.
That's exactly right. They're tough
The new Talk Radio 14 and WCTCAM.com, the voice of Central Jersey sports, presents all the action of the Somerset Patriots, Central Jersey's baseball team. Now, Somerset Patriots Baseball.
A pleasant good evening and welcome to BB&T Point here in High Point, North Carolina, where tonight the Somerset Patriots take on the High Point Rockers for the first game of a crucial 4-game series. This likely to very much impact the Patriots' postseason chances. It's the first game of a 7-game road trip, 4 here at BB&T Point against the High Point Rockers, and then 3 against the Sugarland Skeeters, with all the action here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC. Well, welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. My name is Mark Schwartz. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's broadcast. This is a big one for the Somerset Patriots. They currently trail the High Point Rockers by 7 games for the first wild card spot in the Atlantic League this season, and there's only 10 games remaining in the 2019 season. That means that there's not a lot of time and there's not a lot of wiggle room for this Patriots team to find their way into the postseason. So if they are going to make a run, it's got to start tonight. They got to win last night against the Sugarland Skeeters back home. In fact, they took 2 of 3 from Sugarland to finish off their recent 6-game homestand. But now coming here, facing off against the Rockers, a 4-game series. And here's the dealio. The Patriots right now, they're trailing the Rockers by 7 games. The tragic number for Somerset to miss out on the first wild card spot is just 4. That means any combination of Patriots wins and Rocker losses, or rather Patriot losses and Rocker wins, that totals 4, will eliminate the Patriots from the first wild card spot. Now, there is one wild card spot available right now because the presumption is the Long Island Ducks are going to win the second half Liberty Division Championship. They are currently 6 games up on the second place New Britain Bees. There is the possibility that a second wild card spot would open up. What would need to happen is the Sugarland Skeeters would need to bounce back and make up 4.5 games on the York Revolution, have to go on a bit of a run in their own right, and then win the second half in the Freedom Division, which would then open up a second wild card spot. So until either the Revolution clinch the Freedom Division or we get a little bit more movement in the Liberty Division, there won't be a confirmation on whether or not the Patriots have been eliminated, but certainly an important series ready to get going between the Patriots and the Rockers. Looks like we're about ready for the national anthem here at TD Bank Ballpark, so we'll step aside. But when we come back, we'll jump into the TD Bank starting lineups and we'll get ready for first pitch. It's the Patriots and the Rockers coming your way next on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh, let's do healthy today. I think that'll work. The healthy plate. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? We have veggie burger, turkey burger, fruit cup. It all sounds so good, but something's telling me veggie burger. I think I'll have the veggie burger. A lot of great choices here at the Horizon Healthy Plate concession stand. That's a tasty burger.
As a personal trainer, I thrive on guiding my clients to good health. When I was told I needed both hips replaced, I turned to the network of experts at Atlantic Health System. I was able to see my orthopedic surgeon in Sparta, right near my home, and received exceptional care at Morristown Medical Center for my surgery. I was able to teach, motivate, and inspire again.
Where you go for orthopedic care matters.
Atlantic Health System, because every moment is a moment that matters.
Looking for a home remodeling company with a lot of experience? You'll love what Bellari has to offer.
And welcome back here to BB&T Point as we get ready for first pitch between the Somerset Patriots and the High Point Rockers. Let's go into the TD Bank starting lineup, and we'll begin with your Somerset Patriots. They're managed by Brett Jody, assisted by Glenn Barker, John Hunton, and Fox Spire, along with Mike Francoso. Leading off for the Patriots tonight is Scott Kelly. He's the starting second baseman. He moves back along the infield. The DH is Will Kenger. He bats second. Hitting third in left field, Olmo Rosario. Batting fourth, the Raritan Building Services cleanup batter of the ballgame is Jimmy Paredes. He gets a start at third base. Hitting fifth is Edwin Espinal at first. The catcher is Gabriel Bracamonte. He bats sixth. Hitting seventh is Teodoro Martinez in right field. Batting eighth, Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop. And hitting ninth, rounding up the order for the Patriots this evening, back in center field, is Michael Kraus. So it'll be Kraus on the mound, batting ninth for the Patriots. And those 9 gentlemen will face John Brownell on the mound tonight for the High Point Rockers. It is the second start that Brownell is making for the Rockers since he joined the team just a little over a week ago. And, of course, it's a bit poetic, and it certainly makes sense that Brownell wound up going and making his second start against the Somerset Patriots. And he was very strong in the first start that he made for the Rockers that came against the Patriots. It was earlier this week, in fact, a week ago to the day, last Friday at TD Bank Ballpark, when the Patriots welcomed in the Rockers. Brownell wound up going 8 shutout innings, allowing just 3 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Threw 104 pitches over his 8 shutout frames, and then ultimately did not get the win. He received a no decision, and the Patriots won that ball game in the bottom of the 10th inning. So it looks like we're about ready for baseball. Scott Kelly will lead off for the Patriots as he steps into the right-handed batter's box, and he'll be working against the righty Brownell in his first season with the High Point Rockers, a 6'3", 215-pound righty. So Brownell done throwing his warm-up pitches, but we just have a bit of a pause before we get fully underway. It looks like the home plate umpire, who tonight is Derek Moshe, is finishing off getting possibly some of his equipment ready to go with the automated balls and strikes system. So while we await Derek Moshe getting fully ready for this ball game, we could say that it is an overcast night down here in North Carolina. Game time temperature around the low to mid 70s, so not very hot down here, and overcast skies. The lights have begun to turn on at BB&T Point. And now Moshe, the home plate umpire, seems to have everything ready to go with his ABS system. He gets one warm-up pitch from John Brownell to test to make sure. And now another brief pause in the action as everyone on the field looks towards the scoreboard in right field. Now I think we are ready for baseball. It's Brownell from the windup, Kelly at the plate, and the first pitch of today's ball game. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and we are officially underway at 6:37 p.m. Eastern Time. Brownell from the windup, now the 1-0 to Kelly. And it's taken for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Kelly, Kenger, and Rosario due up for the Patriots in the top of the first inning as Kelly takes a breaking ball. That one's called to strike 1 and 2. If you're watching on our SPN.TV feed, we understand that the audio might sound a little staticky. We are trying to work through some issues as we're located in a bit of a precarious spot here at BB&T Point. 1-2 to Kelly, swinging a chopper down the third base line. It's a foul ball. And the count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The broadcast booth located all the way down the right field line in the right field corner. But we do have some video that we were assisted by and got from the High Point Rockers production team. Now the 1-2. Kelly swings and grounds one sharply to short. It's fielded by Giovanni Alfonso, and he gets it onto first base in time. And that's the first out of today's ball game. So we'll set the defense for the High Point Rockers in the outfield. Moving from left to right, it is Richie Schaefer in left, Miles Schroeder in center, and Jared Mitchell over in right field. Along the infield, Hector Gomez is the third baseman. Former Duck Giovanni Alfonso at short. At second base, Michael Russell. The first baseman, Steven Cardulo. And behind home plate, Matt Jones. Brownell from the windup, in the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Will Kenger is a called strike, 0-1. Patriots in their road grays tonight. Gray tops, gray pants, navy cap with a red brim. Here's the 0-1. Kenger checks his swing, appeal to third. And the third base umpire, Nate Caldwell, says that Kenger went around. He falls behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Rockers in their blue uniforms that they're wearing at home tonight. As Kenger takes a fastball inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Patriots had seen High Point exclusively wear these blues on the road last week at TD Bank Ballpark. As the 1-2 to Kendra, another check swing, appeal to third, and Caldwell says that he did not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Normally, High Point wears a bit of a home silver, not a blue jersey, but tonight they're wearing their blues. 2-2. Kendra swings and misses, strike 3. Brownell gets Kendra out in front. First strikeout of the night for the former Duck, and there's 2 out, nobody on in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Omar Rosario, who's now playing in his 7th game with the Patriots since returning to the team from Mexico. Played a little over 70 games with the team back in 2017. Right-handed hitter, first pitch from John Brownell. A fastball that is low and in, 1 ball and no strikes. In fact, Omo's first at bat with the Patriots when he returned was against this man on the mound, John Brownell. 1-0 to Rosario. It's taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. Rosario in his first at bat hit a double down the third base line off of Brownell a week ago. 2-0 to the righty is taken for a called strike 2-1. Rosario has played in 6 games for the Patriots since returning. He has hit safely in 5 of those 6 games. 2-1. Rosario takes low and outside. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. That includes a couple of very strong games against the Sugar Land Skeeters this past week. 3-1. Rosario swings, grounds it up the middle and into center field. That's a base hit. Make it 6 hits in 7 contests for Omo Rosario since his return. Rather, has hit safely in 6 of the 7 games. A 2-out base hit for the Patriots in the top of the first inning. Keeps the inning going. It'll bring up Jimmy Paredes. Rosario has been a very much welcomed addition to the middle of this Patriot order. He's hit third the last couple of nights, sandwiched in between Will Kendra and Jimmy Paredes, and has had a good amount of success in that role. So runner at first, there's 2 away. We're in the top of the first inning, no score. Jimmy Paredes at the plate. Swings to the first pitch and launches it deep in the air down the right field line. Has a chance if it's fair, but it's a foul ball. And just an 0-1 count. Paredes has enjoyed a good amount of success at BB&T Point this year, including a multi-home run game at this ballpark earlier this season. And that one certainly had the legs to get out of here. It left the ballpark. However, it just tailed a little to the right of the right field foul pole. Now the 0-1 to Paredes. Swings and drives this ball deep in the air out to right center field. Schroeder gives it a look, and it one-hops against the fence. Rosario heading for third. He's going to turn third and come home. The relay throw is bobbled. There's no play at the plate, and it's a 2-out RBI double for Jimmy Paredes. And the Patriots jump in front 1-0 in the top of the first inning. Somerset did not play to run over 8 innings against John Brownell the first time they faced this team. However, tonight it takes them just 4 batters. After a 2-out single from Omo Rosario, Jimmy Paredes with a 2-out RBI double, scoring Omo all the way from first base. Somerset in front 1-0. And now Edwin Espinal steps in. Brownell will work from the stretch with a runner at second base. Here's the first pitch. Espinal swings and grounds it towards the middle underneath Brownell. It's fielded by Alfonso, who has plenty of time. He gets it onto first, and the inning is over. However, the Patriots jump in front. A 2-out rally highlighted by Paredes' RBI double, and the Patriots lead 1-0. It's a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the first. Patriots in front on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
As a personal trainer, I thrive on guiding my clients to good health. When I was told I needed both hips replaced, I turned to the network of experts at Atlantic Health System. I was able to see my orthopedic surgeon in Sparta, right near my home, and received exceptional care at Morristown Medical Center for my surgery. I was able to teach, motivate, and inspire again.
Where you go for orthopedic care matters.
Atlantic Health System, because every moment is a moment that matters.
Looking for a home remodeling company with a lot of experience? You'll love what Bellari has to offer. love your home. Bellari, home remodeling since 1950. Visit BellariNJ.com to learn more today.
And welcome back to BB&T Point. It is the bottom of the first inning, and the Patriots are leading 1-0 after the Jimmy Paredes RBI double. So we'll quickly set the TD Bank starting lineup for the hosting High Point Rockers. They're managed by Jamie Keefe. He's assisted by Frank Viola. And for the Rockers tonight, it's Jared Mitchell to lead off. He's followed by Steven Cardullo and Hector Gomez in the bottom of the first inning. Quincy Lattimore is the DH. He hits fourth. Batting fifth is the former big leaguer Richie Schaefer. Following him up, batting sixth is Michael Russell. Hitting seventh is Miles Schroeder. The number 8 batter is Matt Jones, and rounding up the order is Giovanni Alfonso. They will work against David Holmberg on the mound tonight for the Somerset Patriots. He has been sported a 1-0 lead. And he enters his first inning. He'll work from the stretch with nobody on base, and his first pitch to the left-handed hitting Jared Mitchell is a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Actually, rather, that pitch missed outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the second one in for a called strike, 1-1. A little difficult to see all the way down here in the right field corner. Holmberg in his first season with the Patriots is 6'3", 245-pound southpaw, 27-year-old from Fort Myers, Florida. He is 2-7 on the season with a 5.31 ERA. Fastball to Mitchell taken low. 2 balls and 1 strike. This marks the second straight start that Holmberg has made against the Rockers. And the first time that he started here at BB&T Point as Mitchell swings on the 2-1, lines it directly to the shortstop Alfredo Rodriguez, who makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So the defensive alignment for the Patriots this evening in the outfield from left to right, Olmo Rosario, Michael Krause, and Teodoro Martinez. Along the infield at third base, Jimmy Paredes, the shortstop Alfredo Rodriguez. At second, Scott Kelly. At first, Edwin Espinal and Gabriel Bracamonte behind home plate. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Patriots leading 1-0. And the first pitch from David Holmberg to Steven Cardullo popped up behind home plate. It's the catcher Bracamonte. He locates, he makes the catch, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the first. So quickly, 2 out for Holmberg and the Patriots. A run on 2 hits for Somerset in the top of the first inning. It'll bring up Hector Gomez. Holmberg's last start was against the Rockers. It was home at TD Bank Ballpark. He allowed 4 runs over 5 innings and received the loss. And what's been the story for Holmberg over his last number of starts, he's pitched well. There's just been a couple of mistakes. He's been victimized by the home run ball. Now his first pitch to the right-handed hitting Hector Gomez is called a strike, and it's 0-1. I mean, you could say the same about his New Britain start on September 3rd, and then the last time he was at home against the Lancaster Barnstormers, a couple of starts against the Blue Crabs as well. As his breaking ball here to Gomez taken low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's just been a couple of starts here and there that have been marred by 1 or 2 mistakes. Last time against the Rockers, gave up a couple of home runs. Richie Schaefer had 1, Steven Cardullo had 1. All that coming in the same inning. And that was pretty much all of the damage done against Holmberg. Otherwise, he was very strong. 1-1. Gomez swings and chops it to third. It's collected by Jimmy Paredes. He'll throw on to first base. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for David Holmberg. No runs for the Rockers. No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 1, and the Patriots lead by 1 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
It's time to celebrate with a birthday party at a Somerset Patriots game. Introducing our exclusive Domino's All-Star birthday packages for the upcoming season. Got a kid you want to have remember a special birthday for years to come? Well, the Patriots have 3 different kid-specific birthday packages that'll make their next birthday the most memorable one yet. Book a party package and upper box seating, enjoy an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet in the NJM picnic area, or elevate your party into a fun-themed private suite uniquely designed for kids. Every Patriots party also comes with a crowd rendition of Happy Birthday with the birthday child on the field, a birthday t-shirt, an autographed baseball, and birthday invitations. Contact our group sales department for more information on how to celebrate a birthday in style today.
CTC Studios back over in Somerset. Brownell from the wind and the 1-1. Bracamonte slices it foul over the first base side and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. Again, a big thank you to the High Point Rockers press box staff who has lent us their video feed for tonight's broadcast on spn.tv. 1-2 from Brownell to Bracamonte, called strike 3. Fastball in there, says the home plate umpire Derek Moshe. And there's one away. That's the second strikeout of the ball game for John Brownell. First one looking. 1 out, nobody on. It'll bring up the right fielder, Teodoro Martinez. A .216 batter with 4 home runs and 18 runs batted in on the season. First pitch from the righty Brownell to the righty Martinez. And it misses for a ball, 1-0. Hope that our viewers are able to enjoy a different angle for the broadcast this evening as Martinez takes a strike, 1-1. Of course, we understand that there might be a slight issue with the audio. We are still working to correct that. Hopefully the audio sounds clear on our radio broadcast on 1450 WCTC. It's a 1-1 count, 1 away, top of the second. Brownell from the windup. Here's the pitch. Martinez swings, drives it out to left field. Over is Richie Schaefer, and he's able to make the catch. Misread it a bit initially, took a couple of steps in, then had to retreat, but was still able to line the ball up to make the play for the second out of the inning. So 2 out, nobody on. And it was with 2 out, nobody on in the top of the first inning that the Patriots mounted a rally. A 2-out base hit from Omo Rosario up the middle, and then a 2-out RBI double from Jimmy Paredes put the Patriots in front. Now the first pitch to the right-handed hitting Alfredo Rodriguez misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Brownell quickly from the windup in the 1-0. Rodriguez takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. Alfredo hitting .263 for the Patriots. 4 home runs and 40 runs batted in. 2-0 on its way. Alfredo takes a fastball in for a called strike. 2-1. Rodriguez in his 3rd season with the Patriots. 2-1 from the righty Brownell. That one misses a bit outside. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Brownell has not walked anybody just yet. First 3-ball count that he's worked this evening. Now the 3-1. Rodriguez swings, grounds it towards third. A backhanded sliding stop made by Hector Gomez, but his throw a little off the first base line. It pulled Steven Cardulo off the bag. Alfredo Rodriguez is safe. Jamie Keefe, the Rocker manager, comes out to argue with the first base umpire Vincent Kretzer. And now Kretzer, I think, is going to ask for some assistance from the rest of the umpires. That's at least what Jamie Keefe has asked him to do. He, of course, was the umpire with the best view of the action. We had a pretty good one down here in the right field corner, and looked certainly bang. And it's ruled that Cardulo came off the bag. So Alfredo Rodriguez is safe at first base. We'll see how that's ruled, but it keeps the inning going for the Patriots. He was robbed by Hector Gomez on a very nice sliding stop to his right to keep the ball along the infield. And then Gomez's throw across the diamond is a little offline. Cardulo claimed that he had kept the foot on the bag. From my vantage point, I thought he had come off. He certainly came off. It just was a matter of whether his toes were still on the bag at the time that he caught the ball. So now the number 9 batter, it's Michael Kraus. And the first pitch to Kraus, a fastball taken low, 1 ball and no strikes. Looks like it's been ruled an E5 on Hector Gomez that has allowed Rodriguez to reach. 1-0 to Kraus. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So we'll see if Somerset can mount a similar rally here in the top of the second inning as they did in the first. And they have Kraus at the plate. Certainly good to see Kraus back in the Patriot lineup. First time he's played in over a week. 2-0 to the righty. And it's a fastball in for a called strike, 2-1. Last game in which Kraus played was the series finale over on New Britain back on September 5th. It's the final game of that 7-game road trip in which the Patriots lost each game, 2-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's blocked by the Rocker catcher Matt Jones. Now a 3-ball and 1 strike count. Kraus overall on the season a .243 batter, but he does have 10 home runs and 25 runs batted in. The hitters count with Rodriguez at first, 2 away, top of the second. Patriots leading by a run. And the pitch. Kraus takes a strike. That'll run the count full and give Rodriguez a head start off first. About a 3-step lead for Rodriguez. Pretty large off the first base bag. He goes, and the 3-2 wasted away. A foul ball over the backstop and out of play, and the count holds. John Brownell threw 18 pitches in his top of the first inning. He is now at 36 pitches. About to throw number 37. And his first start at home as a member of the High Point Rockers. Second start overall with the club. 3-2. Rodriguez runs. Kraus swings, lines it towards short, and Giovanni Alfonso drops to a knee, makes a basket catch, and the inning is over. So no runs for the Patriots, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Patriots leading by a run on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection. With 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience. With all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction. With positive reviews praising our business model every day. We'll never take our customers for granted. Flemington Car and Truck Country.
Every day, we're here for...
Happy with this year's tax refund? Probably not. Well, Flemington Department Store can't change the tax law, but can make things less taxing by crediting you double the sales tax on most top-quality brand sofas, chairs, recliners, bedroom and dining room sets, proudly showcased in Central Jersey's largest showroom. That's right, Flemington is paying your sales tax plus giving you a matching credit when you buy furniture, plus free delivery. The double sales tax credit event is going on now, only at Flemington Department Store.
Alpine Business Systems is a leading provider of information systems and services. Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. If you need help during the game or have any questions, you can simply text us. Text 908-252-0700 so we can help you. Back at BB&T Point, it's a 1-0 Patriots lead. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Quincy Lattimore will lead off for the High Point Rockers, and the first pitch from David Holmberg, a breaking ball that's taken inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Patriots. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Rockers. As Lattimore swings and grounds one past the diving third baseman Jimmy Paredes and into left field. First base hit of the night for High Point, and Lattimore leads off the top of the second inning, or rather bottom of the second inning, by getting on base. So Lattimore at first, and now Richie Schaefer steps in, a part of the middle of this Rocker order that certainly has a lot of pop. Richie Schaefer, 26 home runs to go along with 68 RBI on the season. Had a 2-home run, 6 RBI game against the Patriots when the Rockers were in town last week. And the first pitch from Holmberg, taken for a called strike, 0-1. A part of that 2-home run game, Schaefer did have a 2-run shot off of the Patriot lefty Holmberg. So an opportunity for redemption for Holmberg as he steps off the first base bag and throws over to first, where Quincy Lattimore dives back in. Lattimore with 11 steals on 16 attempts this year. Runner at first, nobody out, an 0-1 count. We're in the bottom of the second. Patriots leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. Schaefer late on a fastball, swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Schaefer's 26 home runs has him ranking among the league leaders, but of course the league leader in home runs, and it's been the same guy for quite some time, remains Telvin Nash for the York Revolution. Nash has been with the Revs all season long. Has put together a fine year. Schaefer takes a breaking ball. That's called strike 3. Oh, I must have missed that call from the home plate umpire, Derek Moshe. Schaefer is sent down looking. That's the first strikeout of the night for David Holmberg, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. It'll bring up Michael Russell, a 300 batter, number 6 batter in the order for the Rockers, with a runner at first, 1 away. Lattimore bluffs off of first base as the fastball misses outside, 1-0. Took a couple of hard steps and wound up retreating to the first base bag. Again, Telvin Nash leads the league in home runs with 38. Richie Schaefer ranks second at 26. 1-0. Swinging a bouncer down the third base line. A backhanded pick made by Paredes, but it's in foul territory. 1 ball and 1 strike. High Point's got 3 players in the top 10 in the league in home runs. Schaefer's got 26. Quincy Lattimore, who's at first base, is 21. And Steven Cardulo has 20. York Revolution have a couple in the top 10. The Lancaster Barnstormers have a couple in the top 10 as well. 1-1. Swing and a line drive down the third base line, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Team leader in home runs for the Patriots is Will Kenger. He has 14 on the year. The Rockers have been fairly dependent on the home run ball this season. There's a stretch in July where the vast majority of the runs they were scoring came on home runs. And that included 2 separate trips for the Patriots down here to High Point. So runner at first, 1 away. Now the 1-2 from Holmberg. Breaking ball. And it misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There was a back-breaking game for the Patriots towards the end of the first half. And in fact, it was the penultimate game of the first half. Somerset was leading. I believe it was 1-0. Maybe it was 2-1 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball hit towards third. Paredes charged in, gloves, fires to first, and they just get him. What a play by Jimmy Paredes. Charging in at third base, gloved it, fired it over to first. It just beat Michael Russell, And now Jamie Keith has his second disagreement and his second argument with the first base umpire Vincent Kretzer this evening. Well, from my vantage point, I thought that he had gotten him as well. It's the first time that I've seen Vincent Kretzer as the umpire this season. And he's already been at the center of a couple of calls that High Point disagreed with. It was a strong play by Jimmy Paredes charging in at third. He had to charge in. Russell has some wheels, and the ball wasn't hit very hard. But Paredes gloved it cleanly, transferred on the move, and fired a strong, accurate throw onto first. And Edwin Espinal had a last-second stretch. And it was ruled that the throw had gotten him out. Over to second base on the play went Quincy Lattimore. So 2 out, a runner at second. We're in the bottom of the second inning, and the Patriots continue to lead 1-0. Now the switch-hitting center fielder Miles Schroeder steps in. Listed as a catcher for the Rockers on their roster, as he had all season long, but he has played a host of different positions, including a majority of the time, in fact, in the outfield. Not often do you see a catcher/outfielder. Holmberg will step off the mound and look back the runner at second. That's Quincy Lattimore. No throw from the former big leaguer, but Lattimore dancing back towards second base. He's the tying run in the bottom of the second inning. Somerset in front by a run. Lefty Holmberg comes set, first pitch, swing and a foul ball. That one, a fastball up in the zone, fouled off to the backstop by Schroeder, and an 0-1 count. Schroeder hitting 7th for the Rockers this evening, a .240 batter with 8 home runs and 43 runs batted in. He's got an opportunity to tie up this ball game for High Point in the home half of the second. Decent amount of fans on hand here at BB&T Point for this evening's ball game. 0-1, fouled off. It is Freaky Friday here at BB&T Point because, as many of you may know, this is a Friday the 13th. So what better promotion to have on a Friday the 13th than a Freaky Friday promotion, where fans were encouraged to wear Halloween costumes to the ballpark. There was also a Thunder Sticks giveaway for some fans as well. Now the 0-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. Holmberg sets down Schroeder looking with a breaking ball, and he works around a leadoff base hit. No runs for the Rockers. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're through 2, and the Patriots are in front 1-0 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance event. Get the lowest prices on our entire new inventory all month long. This month only at Fullerton.
For over 85 years, in every county across the state, we've protected the health of New Jersey, covering families and businesses through life's big moments and the small ones. Because we don't just work here, we live here too. Over 5,000 local employees, all with the same purpose, taking care of you.
For over 100 years, Carrier Clinic has offered a wide array of specialized behavioral health services throughout New Jersey. Our new updated facility enhances our ability to treat illnesses such as anxiety, depression, and substance abuse in a compassionate and healing environment. Visit www.carrierclinic.org. Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer. proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for more information today. Scott Kelly to lead off for the Patriots. In the top of the third inning, Somerset ahead 1-0. And the first pitch from John Brownell. That one taken a bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kelly grounded out to the shortstop Giovanni Alfonso in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. The 1-0. Taken for a called strike. And it's a 1-1 count. Well, Kelly finished off the most recent Patriot homestand, making 5 consecutive starts in center field. 1-1. Swings and bounces one foul down the third base line. He's returned to a more familiar position to begin this road trip, moving back along the infield to second base, but he was very impressive. In fact, he started all 6 games of the Patriot homestand at center field. Did not make an error, made a couple of game-saving plays as the fastball is taken low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's also now the 7th straight game in which Kelly has batted leadoff, and he has continued to work as a catalyst at the top of this lineup pretty much every time he's been given an opportunity. 1-2. Taken low. Well, actually, that should be a 3 ball and 2 strike count now for Kelly, working against John Brownell. Brownell has not yet walked a batter. He has given up a run. Now the pitch, and it is a fastball. It misses inside, ball 4. And that's the first walk allowed by John Brownell. And the Patriots with the leadoff man aboard in the top of the third inning. Brownell was at 37 pitches through 2 innings. That's the first walk he's issued. He has given up a run on 2 hits. He has also struck out 2 batters. Now Kelly's at first base. 11 stolen bases in 19 attempts for Scott on the year. Ranks 3rd all-time in franchise history with 111 stolen bases. Big lead at first, and the first pitch fastball to Kenger, swing and a miss. 0-1. Kelly in his 6th season with the Patriots. Off of first base, another large lead, dancing a bit, trying to read Brownell. And the 0-1 home, misses up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly probably won't get to 2nd all-time in franchise history this season. He's chasing the worm, Michael Warner. 1-1. Kenger checks his swing on a pitch that's taken a bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Warner at, I believe it was 125 entering this season. Well, Kelly, if he comes back for a 7th year next year, would certainly have a good opportunity to do so. Off of first base, and the 2-1 swung on and tipped foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kelly did have a stolen base in last night's ball game against the Skeeters. Patriots still ranked 2nd in the Atlantic League in stolen bases as a team, trailing only the Skeeters, who they still see 3 more times. It'll be a 3-game set down at Constellation Field beginning Tuesday night. But before we get there, 4 vitally important games for the Patriots down here in High Point. Runner at first, nobody out, the 2-2. Taken low, it's scooped by Matt Jones. Keeps Kelly at first base, and the count runs full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Patriots lead 1-0 on a 2-out RBI double from Jimmy Paredes in the top of the first. David Holmberg has kept the Rockers off the board. We're in the top of the third. Scott Kelly drew a leadoff walk. It's Will Kenger at the plate. Kelly goes, and the 3-2 is called third strike. The throw down to second base, and they got him. That is a strike him out, throw him out double play, and there's 2 out in the top of the third. Kenger took a fastball that was called a strike 3, and Matt Jones with a very accurate throw down to second base. A head-first dive from Scott Kelly, but the throw was perfect. It was just to the first base side of the second base bag, where the shortstop Giovanni Alfonso didn't even have to move his glove. He just caught the ball, and Kelly simultaneously dove head-first right into where Alfonso's glove was located. So that erases the leadoff walk, and now it's Omar Rosario at the plate with 2 out, nobody on. And the first pitch to Rosario missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0 to Olmo. Called a strike. 1-1. It was Rosario's 2-out RBI single on a ground ball up the middle that began the Patriot rally in the first. As he takes the breaking ball from Brownell here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brownell working quickly, as he oftentimes does. Wipes some sweat off of his forehead, now comes set. From the windup, here's the 1-2. Check swing, did he go? No appeal. Missed outside, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brownell needed 104 pitches to work 8 innings in his first start against the Patriots this season. 2-2. Rosario swings, grounds it sharply to third. Dropping to a knee is Gomez. He corrals the ball, rises to his feet, throws out Rosario at first, and the inning is over. No runs for the Patriots. No hits, no errors, and nobody is left on base. Through 2.5, Somerset leads 1-0 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Our new hit family of scratch-offs is loaded with chances to win. Imagine Kevin is the game, and Sandra is going to hit it big.
Don't worry, Kevin. I'll be gentle.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay.
Picture players across Jersey hitting 200, 500, or 2,000.
Woohoo! Who's next?
I'll hit you.
Go, Bob.
Play the new hit family, loaded with over $163 million in prizes, because anything can happen in Jersey.
Kids, would you like to join the Somerset Sluggers Kids Club? We'll visit our website at somersetpatriots.com. Find the Somerset Sluggers tab for more information. Patriots would like to thank Children's Specialized Hospital for their support of the 2019 Somerset Sluggers Kids Club. Diamond Nation, located in Flemington, New Jersey, is the premier baseball and softball facility in the Northeast. It's home to the Jack Cuss Baseball and Jenny Finch Softball Academies. Visit us at diamondnation.com today. It's a 1-0 Somerset Patriot lead over the High Point Rockers. We're in the home half of the third inning. David Holmberg on the mound. He has thrown 21 pitches to this point. From the windup, and the first one here to the righty, Matt Jones. That's taken low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be the right-handed hitting Jones, followed by Giovanni Alfonso, and then back to the top of the order in Jaron Mitchell. 8-9-1 due up for the Rockers in the bottom of the third. 1-0 hit high in the air, out to left field and deep. Rosario chases. He won't get there. It hops against the top of the fence on 1 bounce. Rosario quickly the ball back towards the shortstop Rodriguez, but not before Matt Jones is into second base. It's a leadoff double in the bottom of the third. And now the second straight inning that the Rockers will have a runner in scoring position. So now Giovanni Alfonso will step in. He's a .237 batter on the year, no home runs and 28 runs batted in. At the second hit of the night for the Rockers. We'll see how they want to play this. Number 9 batter at the plate. Certainly possible that High Point could drop a bunt down here, though it is a little early to do that. At third base, Jimmy Paredes creeps in a bit, toes on the infield grass, and the first pitch to Alfonso, a fastball outside part of the plate, called to strike 0-1. I shouldn't really say infield grass because we're playing at a fully turf complex at BB&T Point. So it's just the infield portion of turf that looks like grass. That was where Paredes' toes were located. The heels were on the infield portion that looked like dirt. It's a lot to say that looks like, and that looks like this. So it's easier to just say dirt and grass, even though they're the same consistency no matter where you stand. 0-1. Alfonso swings, grounds it up the middle. It's the shortstop Rodriguez over. He collects and gets it onto first base in time. A 6-3 putout, but a productive out for Alfonso as Jones advances to third on the play, and now High Point's got the tying run 90 feet away from home with one out in the bottom of the third inning and the top of their order coming up to the plate. So not a bunt, but still a productive at-bat for Alfonso. Jared Mitchell will step in here, a left-handed batter. He lined out to the Patriots shortstop Alfredo Rodriguez in his first at-bat. Matt Jones, not the fastest man in the world. He's off of third base. And outfield doesn't play too deep against Mitchell, though the second baseman Kelly plays back. First pitch from Holmberg, taken low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Strikeout would certainly be big for Holmberg here. Scott Kelly is playing maybe about 5 or so feet along shallow right field behind the dirted area where a second baseman normally plays. 1-0. Taken low. It's blocked by Bracamonte. 2 balls and no strikes. Reason being is that with the fully turf field, the ball on a grounder, it just skips and moves faster. There's less traction, there's less friction for the ball. It just sort of hits the turf and bounces and goes instead of grass or dirt, which will naturally slow the ball down. 2-0. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. So Kelly's playing back. It also looks as though Holmberg might be pitching around Mitchell just a bit. Righty Steven Cardulo awaits on deck. First and second base is open. There's a runner at third with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third. Patriots leading 1-0. And now Holmberg steps off. Mitchell, a .237 batter, spread across time with both the Sugarland Skeeters and High Point Rockers this season. 3-0 from the lefty. That's a fastball, and it misses. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk from the lefty Holmberg to the lefty Mitchell. It puts runners on the corners. It does set up a potential double play opportunity for the Patriots, though Mitchell runs well. In fact, Mitchell is tied for 7th in the league in stolen bases. In fact, he's tied with Patriot center fielder Michael Krause, both players with 27 steals this season. So Krause is a threat to take off from first base, and with a runner at third and 1 out, imagine that Mitchell might want to try to get himself out of a potential double play scenario. Steven Cardulo's the batter. Popped out to the catcher Bracamonte in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Mitchell goes on the first pitch. It's taken low. Bracamonte will throw through to second base, but Mitchell beats the tag. So an easy one to forecast. Jared Mitchell with his 30th steal of the season immediately takes himself out of scoring position. Well, rather out of double play position and into scoring position. It's also a 1-0 count. That pitch missed from Holmberg. First base still open, but that's the danger in pitching around Mitchell, because he is certainly a threat along the base paths, and he's taken the double play away. We'll see how the Patriots play this along their infield. Espinal's in at first. Paredes about parallel to the bag at third. Middle infield plays back against the righty Cardulo, and fastball from Holmberg misses outside. Now 2 balls and no strikes. And that's 6 consecutive pitches from Holmberg that have been outside of the strike zone. Matt Jones led off the inning with a double that one-hopped against the wall and left over Olmo Rosario's head. Giovanni Alfonso then grounded out to short, which moved Jones to third. Here's the 2-0. Cardulo takes a fastball, and that one, I suppose, missed a bit low and inside. Certainly a close pitch. Holmberg didn't get the call. And now, Patriot lefty has fallen behind 3-0. A dangerous spot. I would think very long and hard if I'm Steven Cardulo to swing. And instead, the Patriots are just going to walk Cardulo. Holmberg doesn't even throw home. They signal for the intentional walk. And the Rockers now with the bases loaded. I understand the play to walk Cardulo there and load the bases because it sets up a force at home and also sets up a potential double play, but it seems a bit early in the ball game to be intentionally walking batters. We're only in the bottom of the third, and the Patriots are up a run. It's a 1-0 Somerset lead. Now it's the number 3 batter, Hector Gomez, who steps in. 7 straight pitches out of the strike zone for Holmberg. Here's the first one to Gomez. And it's taken low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Another danger in intentionally walking the bases loaded, and this actually hurt the Patriots a couple of nights ago. He walked the bases loaded. Actually rather hurt them in their series against New Britain, then sets up the situation where another walk from Holmberg would bring home the game's tying run. It's Jones at third, Mitchell at second, Cardullo at first. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning with 1 out. And Holmberg adjusts himself on the mound a bit. Middle infield at double play depth, Espinal in at first. Third baseman Paredes plays back. Gomez has some pop, he's a right-handed hitter. 1-0 from the lefty. Swing and a bouncer. Over the glove of Holmberg, rolls towards second. Kelly Fields flips to first, but it's not in time. Gomez beats out an infield single. In to score from third base is Matt Jones, and the Rockers have tied this ball game up at 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. A tough chance for Scott Kelly. The ball was tapped a little to the right of the pitcher's mound, and Holmberg reached out with his glove. He couldn't quite make the play. Had he made the play, then would have certainly had a chance to go home and get the lead runner out. Instead, the ball softly rolled past Holmberg, died along the infield grass area. And by the time that Kelly fielded it, he didn't have a play. Shifted it over to first, but Gomez beat it out by a couple of steps. So the base is still loaded. There's 1 away. And now Quincy Lattimore, first pitch. Bounces low, but Bracamonte keeps it in front. Holmberg's breaking ball, maybe a 58, 59 footer. But Bracamonte kept the ball in front of him, and it's a 1-0 count. Still just 1 out, so certainly a double play still in order for the Patriots. Quincy Lattimore had a ground ball base hit past the Patriot third baseman Jimmy Paredes in his first at-bat. He's 1 for 1. 21 home runs, 65 RBI on the season for Lattimore. The 1-0. Fastball inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Very important part of this ball game. Rockers have an opportunity to take the lead and open things up. We're tied at 1, and Holmberg hoping to work out of danger here in what has certainly been a tough bottom of the 3rd. 2-0. Misses inside as Lattimore jumps out of the way. Now with 3 ball and no strike count, there's no place to put Lattimore. Holmberg's got to throw a strike to the first steer rocker. A walk here would be the 3rd walk of the inning from Holmberg, and it would bring home the leading run for the Rockers. Mitchell at 3rd, Cardullo at 2nd, Gomez at 1st, Lattimore at the plate. 3-0. Fastball. And that misses ball 4. Holmberg chirps a bit with the home plate umpire, asking where that pitch missed. Derek Moshe at home shrugs his shoulders. It's not his call. It's automated balls and strikes. Holmberg visibly frustrated, but a 4-pitch walk to Quincy Lattimore has brought home a run. The bases remain loaded, but it's now a 2-1 Rocker lead. That's the 3rd walk allowed by Holmberg in the inning. There's been a number of pitches that have been close, but Holmberg just hasn't gotten those calls. Now Richie Schaefer, first pitch. That one called to strike. 0-1. So 2 runs home in the inning for the Rockers. They've taken the lead, and they are still threatening. Holmberg comes set with the bases full. 0-1 to Schaefer. Misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Holmberg entered this inning at 21 pitches. He just threw his 40th. So already 19 pitches in the inning for Holmberg. He has just 1 out. He's given up 2 hits in the inning. He's given up 2 runs. He's also walked 3. As Schaefer, swinging for the fences, comes up empty on a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still, this game very much within reach for the Patriots. We're still in the infancy stages of this one. Or maybe a little past infancy and towards like toddler stage. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. But certainly a big spot for Holmberg to navigate. No breathing room with the bases full. Here's the 1-2 to Schaefer. Fouled off to the backstop. And Schaefer stays alive. Schaefer struck out looking in his first at-bat, one of 2 strikeout victims for Holmberg on the night. Fans in attendance with their thunder sticks, rallying behind the hometown Rockers. And what is the final series for the Rockers at home in their inaugural season? 1-2. Schaefer fouls it off. High Point just hosted the Lancaster Barnstormers for a couple of games. And they have a 4-game series against the Patriots, which obviously starts tonight, extends through Monday, and these are the final 4 regular season home games for the Rockers this season. Their first year in the Atlantic League, they've already clinched an above 500 record in their inaugural season. And they are certainly on the inside track for a wild card spot. 1-2. Schaefer swings and lines it foul down the third base line. Former Tampa Bay Ray and a Charlotte native is Richie Schaefer. He's fouled off 3 straight pitches to stay alive in the count. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have 1 out in the bottom of the third. The Rockers have already scored 2, and they have turned a 1-0 Patriot lead into a 2-1 Rocker advantage. Steven Cardulo at third, Hector Gomez at second, Quincy Lattimore at first, the 1-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Fastball from Holmberg induced about a 3/4 swing from Schaefer with no follow-through. Big strikeout there for the lefty Holmberg, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the third. I think Schaefer was looking for a breaking ball there. He didn't get it. Instead, Holmberg went with Old Reliable. And it's the second time that Schaefer's been put down on strikes this evening. So 2 out, bases still full. And now Michael Russell, who grounded out to third in his first at-bat, first pitch. Holmberg gets the inside part of the plate with a fastball, 0-1. Russell had a bang-bang play at first base on that grounder. He was ruled to be out. Rocker manager Jamie Keefe argued, but to no avail. Now the 0-1. Russell laid on a fastball, and he falls behind 0-2. So Holmberg has an opportunity to get out of this inning without any further damage. He has allowed a couple of runs, but even escaping this inning and just being down a run certainly couldn't be considered a minor victory. Lefty comes set, kicks and fires. Fouled off to the backstop, and Russell stays alive. Holmberg has seen his pitch count certainly elevate during this inning. Only needed 8 pitches to work in the bottom of the first inning. He's now north of 48, about to throw pitch number 49 of the evening. John Brownell, Rocker starters at 54 pitches through his 3 innings of work. Once again, the 0-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Holmberg bounces back and he strikes out Schaefer and Russell to keep this ball game close. 3 strikeouts on the night for Holmberg. However, 2-run score for the Rockers in the bottom of the third. Comes home on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners are left on base. It's a 2-1 Rocker lead. We move to the 4th on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are. And no matter who you are, we'll have you feeling like you again.
The doctor's online when you download the Telemed app. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Looking for a new or used car? There's no better place than the Flemington Car and Truck Country family of brands located on routes 202 and 31 north of the Flemington Circle of Flemington, New Jersey, or Flemington.com. There you'll find a family-centered organization ready to take care of all of your automotive needs as they've done since 1976. Fans get updates on the team, ticket specials, and upcoming promotions with the Patriots Blast. Text Somerset Patriots, one word, to 22828 to get signed up today. First pitch in the top of the fourth from John Brownell to Jimmy Paredes. Misses up in the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Brownell from the windup quickly, and the 1-0 Paredes swung on, gets underneath it, skies it out to shallow right field. Russell back. In comes Mitchell, and it's Jared Mitchell, the rocker right fielder, to make the catch. And there's one away. That'll bring up Edwin Espinal, who grounded out to short in his first at bat of the night. He's 0 for 1. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for High Point. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Patriots. This the first of a 4-game series, and a series in which the Patriots pretty much need to sweep. First pitch to Edwin Espinal is called a strike, 0-1. They cannot lose 2 games. At worst, they could go 3-1 in this series. 0-1. Espinal waves at a breaking ball and falls behind 0-2. Reason being, Somerset, with 10 games remaining in the season, trails the High Point Rockers by 7 games for that top wildcard spot. 0-2. Espinal takes low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Which means if Somerset were to sweep this series, they would be just 3 games back with 6 games to play. 1-2. Espinal swings, grounds it towards third. Hector Gomez up with the ball, has time, and fires it on to first base for out number 2. 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th inning as Brownell works a bounce back frame. That'll bring up Gabriel Bracamonte. But again, as we mentioned at the opener of tonight's broadcast, Somerset's tragic number for that first wild card spot is down to 4. That's any combination of Rocker wins and Patriot losses that total 4 would eliminate Somerset from the first wild card spot. First pitch to Bracamonte is a fastball that misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. So, because High Point is playing Somerset right now, it's a golden opportunity for the Patriots to bounce back. As Bracamonte swings and rips one into center field, that drops in for a base hit. And the Patriots with a 2-out base runner in the top of the 4th inning. They've had a man reach in each of their first 4 frames against Brownell tonight. They'll keep the inning going for Teodoro Martinez. So the Patriots have an opportunity to gain 4 games on the Rockers over the next 4 days. All they need to do is win, which is certainly a tougher task than me just saying all you got to do is win. The Rockers have been a good team all season long. But if the Patriots are going to make a push towards the postseason, it started last night with a 10-7 win over the Skeeters, but it's got to keep going tonight and through the rest of this series. First pitch to Teodoro Martinez, a bouncer, and it's towards the shortstop Alfonso, who fields and takes it himself to the second base bag, and the inning is over. No runs for the Patriots on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1 High Point on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Happy with this year's tax refund? Probably not. Well, Flemington Department Store can't change the tax law, but can make things less taxing by crediting you double the sales tax on most top-quality brand sofas, chairs, recliners, bedroom and dining room sets, proudly showcased in Central Jersey's largest showroom. That's right, Flemington is paying your sales tax plus giving you a matching credit when you buy furniture, plus free delivery. The double sales tax credit event is going on now, only at Flemington Department Store.
Team, our new hit family of scratch-offs is loaded with chances to win. Imagine Kevin is the game, and Sandra is going to hit it big.
Don't worry, Kevin. I'll be gentle.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay.
Picture players across Jersey hitting 200, 500, or 2,000.
Woohoo! Who's next?
I'll hit you.
Go, Bob.
Play the new hit family, loaded with over $163 million in prizes. Because anything can happen in Jersey.
It's the bottom of the fourth inning from BB&T Point. My name is Mark Schwartz. Thank you so much for tuning in for tonight's broadcast on the Voice of Central Jersey, 1450 WCTC, as well as SPN.TV. Mike Lawrence running our boards. And again, a big thank you to the High Point Rockers press box staff for providing their video feed of tonight's ball game. So if you are watching on SPN.TV or on Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitter or on SomersetPatriots.com or on Twitch, wherever it may be, the video that you are seeing tonight is courtesy of the High Point Rockers production team. It's a 2-1 Rocker lead. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for High Point. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for the Patriots. David Holmberg just threw 28 pitches in the bottom of the third. Allowed 2 runs, but stranded the bases loaded. It's Miles Schroeder to lead off in the bottom of the fourth. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Holmberg, 0-1. So Holmberg has allowed 2 runs to this point over 3 innings of work. He's allowed 3 hits, 3 walks, and has struck out 4, 0-1. Schroeder lifts it to the backstop foul, 0-2. John Brownell, on the other hand, for the Rockers, just finished his 4th inning. He's at 63 pitches. He's allowed 1 run on 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Second time in a week the Patriots are seeing Brownell pitch. Holmberg comes set, kicks and fires. 0-2 wasted away. And Schroeder stays alive. Bottom third of the order due up here for High Point. Schroeder, Jones, and Alfonso. Holmberg stares into his battery mate. Bracamonte now comes set from the stretch, the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Breaking ball from Holmberg. That gets Schroeder out in front, and that is 3 straight strikeouts for Holmberg. And now his 5th strikeout of the night. Had bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom of the third, and then struck out Richie Schaefer and Michael Russell back-to-back. Now he sets down Miles Schroeder on strikes. And there's 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 4th inning for Matt Jones, who began the rally for High Point in the bottom of the 4th with a double over left fielder Omo Rosario. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Holmberg, 0-1. We're talking in the top of this inning about the playoffs for the Patriots and how this series is so important, just, because the Patriots are 7 games back in the wild card. But there's also a couple of other things on the line here as the 0-1 lifted to shallow center, and Michael Krause will play it on a hop. So Matt Jones with his 2nd hit of the ball game. A 1-out base hit. Shallow hit to center field. It'll bring up Giovanni Alfonso. Entering tonight's ball game, the Patriots and the Rockers were tied 8 games apiece over their first 16 matchups this season. So the season series is tied entering tonight. And the first tiebreaker in a wild card scenario is head-to-head record over the entire year. At the plate is Giovanni Alfonso, and he fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. So, again, the overall tiebreaker is head-to-head. That being said, there's certainly a possibility that the Rockers and the Patriots would be tied after this series. As this one swung on, grounded to second, a diving stop from Kelly, flips to Rodriguez, and on to first base, a double play, side retired. Kelly with a dazzling dive at second initiates a well-turned 4-6-3 double play, and the Rockers are set aside in the 4th. No runs for High Point on a hit, no errors, and nobody is left on base. We're through 4, and the Rockers lead 2-1 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Sorry, we were running late. No problem. Come on in.
This season, T-Mobile is partnering with Little League to to make sure every kid can feel like an all-star. With T-Mobile, parents across the country can share the action, the highlights, and the lowlights. And the stars of tomorrow get a chance to shine today. From Little League to the big leagues, T-Mobile has you covered. Now connecting 99% of baseball fans. T-Mobile.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for more information today. HealthQuest, the top 100 health and fitness club in the nation, is right here in our community, conveniently located on Route 31 in Flemington and open 7 days a week. HealthQuest proudly serves all of Central New Jersey. At HealthQuest, it's not just another day at the gym, it's a lifestyle. Visit them today and start your journey to becoming HQ Fit. It's the top of the 5th inning in the first game of a 4-game series between the Patriots and the Rockers. John Brownell back on the mound. His first pitch to Alfredo Rodriguez fouled off. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for High Point. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for the Patriots. Rodriguez takes a breaking ball low from Brownell. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alfredo reached on an E5 in his first at-bat. A really nice diving stop made by Hector Gomez to his right, but his throw to first base was a little wide. 1-1. And this is low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Patriots got a sparkling defensive play from Scott Kelly to end the bottom of the 4th inning, starting up a 4-6-3 double play. 2-1. Breaking ball, that's called a strike. 2-2. Was a diving stop from Kelly to his right from his front side on the ground, flipped it onto second base to start that double play as Rodriguez taps the 2-2 foul to stay alive. And that got Holmberg through a relatively quick inning in the 4th. Needed just 8 pitches. He's at 57 overall on the night. Now the 2-2. Rodriguez swings and grounds this one down the third base line. It trickles foul. What we were talking about in the bottom of the 4th, there's a couple of things at play with this series, because the Patriots and the Rockers certainly could split this series. They could go 2 games apiece, and then if that were to happen, their season series would be tied at 10 games apiece as Rodriguez lifts one to shallow left, racing in and making the play is Richie Schaefer. Covered a lot of ground, got to that one in shallow left center, and there's 1 away. So the second tiebreaker, if wild card teams are tied with their head-to-head record, the second tiebreaker is head-to-head in the second half specifically. And now that is where things get interesting for the Patriots. There's 1 out, nobody on. Michael Krause is at the plate to work against John Brownell. Krause popped out to the shortstop in his first at-bat, and the first pitch here misses low. 1-0. Because the High Point Rockers and the Somerset Patriots will actually play a different amount of games between each other in the second half. 1-0. Krause laid on the fastball, drops to a knee on the follow-through. 1-1. And you might say, well, how is that possible? Because the 2 teams are playing against each other. Well, the last game of the first half for the Patriots, back on July 7th, actually marked the first game of the second half for the Rockers, as Krause takes a fastball low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. So that oddity in the schedule actually worked out in Somerset's favor because the Patriots won that ball game. 2-1. Krause swings, sends this one deep out to center field. Schroeder gives it a look, and he gets to the ball right in front of the warning track. Right center field, heels maybe on the warning track. Tracked it down and make the catch, and there's 2 away. Krause hit that one well, but it stayed within the confines of BB&T Point. And there's 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th inning. We'll move back to the top of the order. So, looking at that final game of the first half for the Patriots and that first game of the second half, Somerset won that ball game, a 7-1 victory down here at BB&T Point. It's Scott Kelly at the plate with 2 out, nobody on. John Brownell on the mound. And the first pitch from the righty. Kelly bluffs a bunt. And it's taken upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. So the second half records between these two teams. The Patriots are 3-3 against the Rockers in the second half. However, High Point is 3-4 against the Patriots because of that one game that counted towards the second half for High Point. As Kelly takes the fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Which means that if the two teams were tied 2 games aside after this 4-game series, the Patriots would have the tiebreaker because of that second half head-to-head. As the fastball to Kelly misses high, 3 balls and no strikes. Now, with all of that being said, not to make the entire point I just made moot, but the Patriots can't afford to lose 2 games in this series. 3-0 to Kelly, called to strike 3-1. Because as we mentioned at the opener of this broadcast, tragic number for the Patriots is 4. So 2 losses to High Point would equal that number 4. 3-1. Kelly swings, grounds it to third. Short hop picked by Hector Gomez. Gets it on to first base. That's a 1-2-3 inning for John Brownell. We'll talk more about the wild card scenarios when we return. We're halfway home. It's a 2-1 Rocker lead as we move to the bottom of the 5th on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are. And no matter who you are, we'll have you feeling like you again.
The doctor's online when you download the Telemed app. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Sorry, we were running late. No problem. Come on in.
Hips. Ideacom is now offering businesses free VoIP phones. With Ideacom, you can reduce your phone bill, work from anywhere, and enjoy local support. Ideacom has the guys to get on your team today by visiting their website at ideacom-nj.com. David Holmberg on the mound for the bottom of the 5th inning. Down here at BB&T Point in High Point, North Carolina. It is a 2-1 High Point Rocker lead over the Patriots. Somerset jumped in front on a Jimmy Paredes 2-out RBI double in the first inning. As the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Jared Mitchell leading off the home 5th. Misses up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Jumped in front early. The Patriots 1-0 to Mitchell. That one called the strike. 1 run. Down for the inning. An RBI infield single from Hector Gomez and a bases-loaded walk drawn by Quincy Lattimore. Put High Point ahead. 1-1. Mitchell swings, drives it deep in the air to right. Forget it. Martinez turns around and watches that one sail well over the fence. Jared Mitchell just crushed the solo home run over the right field fence, just to the left of the tall right field scoreboard. A solo home run for Mitchell. It's his 10th home run of the season, and the Rockers now lead 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mitchell jumped all over that pitch from Holmberg. He's been one of the better power-speed combo threats in his time in the Atlantic League. And that one was an absolute no-doubter. First home run we've seen tonight from either side. And it increases the Rocker lead to 3-1. Now at the plate is Stephen Cardulo, and he swings and lifts this one out to left field. That'll drop in for a base hit right in front of Olmo Rosario. Takes a couple of bounces towards the Patriot left fielder. And a couple of hits for the Rockers to begin the bottom of the fifth inning. They're ahead 3-1. It'll bring up Hector Gomez. And right after that base hit from Stephen Cardulo, looks like now there might be a little bit of movement brewing in Somerset's bullpen down the left field line. Holmberg from the stretch, first pitch to Hector Gomez, called a strike, 0-1. Holmberg just worked a quick and efficient 8-pitch bottom of the fourth. While the Rockers have gotten aggressive to begin this fifth inning. A solo home run from Jared Mitchell. And first pitch swing and base hit from Stephen Cardulo, who's at first. 0-1. Fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. And it looks like a lefty has begun throwing for the Patriots. Now, Somerset's bullpen is on the complete opposite side of the field from where I'm located. I've got to look through 2 pans of glass to get there, but I'm quite sure that's Dwayne Bilo that has begun throwing for Somerset. 0-2. Swing and a line drive into right field. It's a base hit. Martinez plays on 2 bounces, gets the ball back along the infield, but a 2-strike single for Hector Gomez. As runners at first and second. Still nobody out in the top of the fifth. And a good piece of hitting from Gomez as well. Holmberg tried to get a 2-strike fastball by the number 3 batter for the Rockers. But he attacked that pitch up in the zone, kept a level swing, and went with the pitch. It might have been a little bit more on the outer half. And he just went with where that pitch was thrown and lined the base hit into right field. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Here's Quincy Lattimore. First pitch from Holmberg. Fastball. And that one misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, it looks like Dwayne Bilo has begun throwing for the Patriots. He's one of 4 lefties in Somerset's pen. Already a run home here for the Rockers. Patriots can't let too many more across the plate. 1-0. Inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Last time that these 2 teams faced, that 3-game series back at TD Bank Ballpark, a couple of real low-scoring games, and then 1 outlier. Patriots won 1-0 in the Friday night game that went 10 innings, and the only run that scored was an unearned run the Patriots got in the bottom of the 10th on a Giovanni Alfonso fielding error. Ball hit by Scott Kelly. It's a well-pitched game from both sides. The Patriots won that one. High Point then won 10-3 the next day. That was the outlier game of the weekend. 2-0 to Lattimore, fouled off. 2 balls and 1 strike. And then the series finale came on Sunday, last Sunday, and that was a 2-0 win for the Rockers in a very difficult, tough luck loss for Patriot starting pitcher Liam O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan threw a complete game on Sunday. Went 9 innings, only needed 93 pitches to go 9 innings. Allowed 2 runs that both came on the same base hit. 2-1. Swung on and popped up. Along the infield, first base side, it's Edwin Espinal underneath it. Infield fly in effect. Espinal makes the catch. The runners will hold, and there's 1 away. It's a big first out of the inning for Holmberg, and it will bring up Richie Schaefer, against whom Holmberg has 2 strikeouts so far. But back to that O'Sullivan start. 93 pitches through 9 innings is an incredible pace. That is just decimal points higher than 10 pitches per inning. Normally pitchers try to be around 15, so just an extraordinary pace for Liam O'Sullivan throughout that entire game on Sunday. And the only damage done against O'Sullivan was a 2-out, 2-run single from Giovanni Alfonso in the 5th. First pitch to Richie Schaefer here in the bottom of the 5th is in for a called strike, 0-1. There's runners at first and second, one away, bottom of the 5th. Rockers leading 3-1. Steven Cardullo off of second, Hector Gomez at first. Richie Schaefer at the plate, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. David Holmberg on the mound, about to throw his 69th pitch. From the stretch, checks the runners, kicks and fires. And the 0-1 misses inside. So O'Sullivan wound up getting the loss despite going 9 innings last Sunday. He got the loss because the Rockers had Craig Stem on the mound, and the Rocker righty threw 7 scoreless innings, and the Patriots were ultimately held off the scoreboard. Just 3 hits in that ballgame. 1-1. Breaking ball taken low. 2 balls and 1 strike. In fact, there's a very nice article that can be found on the Somerset Patriots website. It was written by our public relations intern, Marco Meglio, and he got a chance to catch up with Liam O'Sullivan to talk about the season and talk about some of the frustrations for Liam because he's pitched so well in the second half, yet he still has a 5-9 record, which is just simply not indicative of the way that he's pitched for the Patriots this season. Leads the team in starts, innings pitched, and strikeouts. Holmberg comes set, now steps off to look the runner back towards second base. So the point being for this overall tangent of sorts is that in the last series at TD Bank Ballpark, these two teams played a couple of really close, low-scoring ball games. And we'll see how this one shapes up. It's a 3-1 Rocker lead. Holmberg from the stretch. Runners with big lead, 2-1. Schaefer fouls it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Somerset's played in certainly their fair share of close ball games this season. But when they've struggled to put up runs, it seems pretty simple to say, but they've struggled to win ball games. When scoring 3 runs or less, they are 2-26 in the second half. 18-47 overall this year. You sort of expect those type of numbers. 2-2 to Schaefer. It comes inside and hits him. Fastball got away from Holmberg. Certainly not what he was looking to do there. No ill intent at all. As that loads the bases for the Rockers. A hit by pitch puts Schaefer at first. Now Gomez at second. Cardullo at third. And another bases loaded opportunity for High Point. It'll bring up Michael Russell. But back to those numbers, I mean, you expect teams to struggle when they score less runs, and you expect the numbers to reflect that. So it's not so much a surprise. The biggest surprise, and we've touched upon this before, the biggest surprise in those numbers is the dichotomy in the difference in record between the first half versus the second half. It's a stark contrast. Michael Russell at the plate, swings and misses at the first pitch. Changeup from David Holmberg. No balls and a strike. Somerset in the first half was just 5 games under 500 when scoring 3 runs or less. In the second half, 24 games under 500. So a very big difference. 0-1 from the lefty. Russell wastes away a fastball, pops it over the backstop and out of play. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Now, of course, that's not the only reason why the Patriots have had a tough second half of the season, but I think it does paint a bit of a picture where in the first half they weren't scoring many runs either, but I think their pitching sort of covered that up and their bullpen covered that up a little bit more than they necessarily have in the second half. 0-2. Swing and a fly ball hit to left field, but not too deep. Coming in, Zomo Rosario. He lines it up to make the catch. Tagging from third base is Cardullo. Throw comes home, but it's offline. Bracamonte doesn't have an opportunity to apply the tag. Tagging up from second base and heading to third as well was Hector Gomez. It's a sac fly from Michael Russell. Second run home of the inning for the Rockers. And they now lead 4-1. Well, the ball wasn't hit too deep, so it gave Olmo Rosario an opportunity to get his body and get his momentum behind his throw. And it was a strong throw home, but just wasn't very accurate. It pulled Bracamonte about 10 feet, or maybe closer to 5 feet, down the first base line away from home plate. And a lot of really heads-up base running from Hector Gomez as well to advance to third base on the play. It's still Richie Schaefer at first. There's now 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. 2 runs home. Rockers lead 4-1. And the first pitch to Miles Schroeder is swung on and missed, 0-1. 4 runs, 7 hits for High Point. 1 run on 3 hits for the Patriots. A 3-run deficit for Somerset in a must-win ball game. Holmberg from the stretch, 0-1. That misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Schroeder has struck out 2 times today. 2 of the 5 strikeouts for Holmberg this evening. 1-1. Swung on, lifted high in the air and deep to left field down the line. Rosario gives it a look, but it will tail foul. It lands over the picnic area down the left field line. Might have had the distance had it been fair, but it looked like it was foul by at least 15, 20 feet. So a 1-2 count. Dwayne Belo had been getting loose for the Patriots earlier this inning. It's been another tough frame for Holmberg, who's now at 79 pitches. He's thrown 22 so far in this inning, about to throw pitch number 23, with runners on the corners and 2 out. But he's ahead against Schroeder. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. And it is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield can play back, except for Edwin Espinal, who holds on Richie Schaefer at first base. 2-2. This is up and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Holmberg was ahead in the count. Now Schroeder has run it full. Schroeder, a switch hitter, batting right-handed. Another righty, and Matt Jones awaits on deck. I wonder if this could be the final batter of the night for Holmberg. Either he gets out of this inning and then sets up the Patriots bullpen for the 6th, or sets up a potential relief opportunity for Dwayne Belo here in the bottom of the 5th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and popped up. Foul territory first base side. Espinal and Bracamonte both give it a look, but it will land out of play. Important to note here at BB&T Point, they have extended netting that goes all the way down both the first and third base lines and basically extends past the bullpens. It is significantly down both the first and third base line. The dugouts here end shy of both the first and third base bags, and the fencing is probably good, like 25, 30-foot fencing, and it extends all the way down, pretty much covering the entire seating bowl. Still runners on the corners and 2 out. 3-2 from Holmberg. Fastball, and it misses inside, ball 4. That's a 2-out walk given up to Miles Schroeder. That'll bring Matt Jones to the plate, and that's going to be it for David Holmberg. Holmberg had an opportunity to get out of the 5th inning. Wasn't able to put aside Schroeder, and with Matt Jones awaiting on deck, who's already 2 for 2 with a couple of nice swings against Holmberg, that's going to be it for the Patriots southpaw. So a new pitcher enters. Looks like it's Dwayne Belo. We'll get more information when we return after the pitching change. Already 2 runs home for the Rockers in this inning, and they have the bases loaded. So it'll be Belo when we return after the pitching change on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
It's time to celebrate with a birthday party at a Somerset Patriots game. Introducing our exclusive Domino's All-Star birthday packages for the upcoming season. Got a kid you want to have remember a special birthday for years to come? Well, the Patriots have 3 different kid-specific birthday packages that'll make their next birthday the most memorable one yet. Book a party package and upper box seating, enjoy an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet in the NJM picnic area, or elevate your party into a fun-themed private suite uniquely designed for kids. Every Patriots party also comes with a crowd rendition of Happy Birthday with the birthday child on the field, a birthday t-shirt, an autographed baseball, and birthday invitations. Contact our group sales department for more information on how to celebrate a birthday in style today.
The Somerset Patriots Suite Level is brought to you by your New Jersey Audi dealers and the all-new 2019 Audi Q5 SUV. Take a test drive today and see for yourself why the Audi Q5 was born to not conform. Turn a double play with NJM Insurance Group's Bundle and Save discount. Get started today with an auto insurance quote at njm.com. This isn't just insurance, it is NJM. A big spot for the new Patriot pitcher Dwayne Below. As we resume in the bottom of the fifth inning, David Holmberg goes 4 2/3. He allows at least 4 runs, all earned, with the book not yet closed. It's the new pitcher Dwayne Below, the southpaw, who has come on to face Matt Jones. Off of third base, Hector Gomez. At second base, Richie Schaefer. And at first base, after a 2-out walk, is Miles Schroeder. So Below with the bases full works against Jones. Lefty kicks and fires. Jones swings at the first pitch and tops it foul. No balls and a strike. Dwayne, a 2-1 record with a 5.79 earned run average on the season, but it's a bit deceptive because he has been really good since returning from injury. Spent about 2 months on the disabled list, returned to the Patriots on August 30th, and he has tossed 4 scoreless relief appearances since returning. He's only allowed 2 base runners over those 4 innings as well. He inherits 3 tonight. 0-1 from the lefty, misses up and away to Jones. 1 ball and 1 strike. So all 3 inherited base runners would still belong to David Holmberg's ledger. But Holmberg watching from the Patriots' top step of their dugout, hoping that his teammate, another former big leaguer, can get out of limited damage. Field bases loaded too. Here's the 1-1. Fastball above the letters. 2 balls and a strike. Jones has had a nice night. He had a leadoff double in the bottom of the third, which begun that 2-run inning for the Rockers, which gave them a 2-1 lead, and had a base hit in the fourth. This is his 3rd plate appearance of the evening. 2 runs home for the Rockers in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 4-1 over the Patriots. But a big spot for Below. 2-1 from the lefty. Swing and a miss. Fastball gets by him. And now the 2-time Atlantic League All-Star has drawn this count even. Below, an All-Star reliever for the Patriots in 2017, an All-Star starter for the Patriots in 2018. In his 3rd year in the Atlantic League. He's got Gomez at third, Schaefer at second, Schroeder at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, bottom of the 5th, Somerset down by 3. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up. And that runs the count full, and it will put the merry-go-round in motion. All 3 base runners will get a head start. Infield plays back with 2 out. The outfield seems to be straight up against the right-handed hitting catcher, who's had just a .210 batting average on the season entering tonight. But he's 2 for 2 and finds himself in a good spot here. Very large lead off of third base for Hector Gomez. 3-2. Fouled off, and Jones stays alive. This is certainly a spot where Below likely feels comfortable. He is a relief pitcher that has really stressed how much pride he takes in a lack of issuing walks. He has only allowed 1 walk this season over 23 1/3 innings. But he's got a 3-2 count against Jones with the bases full and 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Once again, Below takes a breath, comes set, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball gets by Jones, and Dwayne Below strands the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. However, 2 runs do come home for the Rockers in the inning. Comes home on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. A Rocker 4-1 lead through 5 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Happy with this year's tax refund? Probably not. Well, Flemington Department Store can't change the tax law, but can make things less taxing by crediting you double the sales tax on most top-quality brand sofas, chairs, recliners, bedroom and dining room sets, proudly showcased in Central Jersey's largest showroom. That's right, Flemington is paying your sales tax plus giving you a matching credit when you buy furniture, plus free delivery. The double sales tax credit event is going on now, only at Flemington Department Store.
Team, our new hit family of scratch-offs is loaded with chances to win. Imagine Kevin is the game, and Sandra is going to hit it big.
Don't worry, Kevin. I'll be gentle.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay.
Picture players across Jersey hitting 200, 500, or 2,000.
Woohoo! Who's next?
I'll hit you.
Go, Bob.
Play the new Hit Family, loaded with over $163 million in prizes. Because anything can happen in Jersey.
Welcome back to BB&T Point for the top of the 6th inning. For complete family eye care, go where the Patriots go. See Dr. I.B. Ehrlich and Dr. Martin Storbeck at Bridgewater Optometric Center, located in Pearl Vision at the Somerset Shopping Center. Bridgewater Optometric Center, the official eye doctor of the Somerset Patriots. John Brownell on the mound. Will Kenger leads off, and the first pitch to the Patriot left-handed hitting DH is in for a called strike, 0-1. Brownell works quickly. 0-1 on its way. Kenger swings, rips it out to right center field. It drops in. That's a base hit. Played on a hop by Miles Schroeder. Will Kenger aboard for the first time tonight. Now a 9-game on-base streak for the first-year Patriot. Had been 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. But Kenger leads off in the top of the 6th inning with a single. That'll bring Omar Rosario to the plate. The High Point Rockers are leading the Somerset Patriots 4-1. 4 runs on 7 hits for High Point. They scored 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 5th. 1 run on now 4 hits for the Patriots. Here's Omar Rosario, and the first pitch breaking ball from Brownell, a called strike, 0-1. Rosario has scored the only Patriot run this evening. Had a 2-out single in the first and then came home on an RBI double from Jimmy Paredes. Kenger at first, nobody out. Here's the 0-1. Rosario swings and misses. Late on a fastball, lifted the back foot on the follow-through. No balls and 2 strikes. Somerset is in their bullpen. David Holmberg is done. After 4 2/3 innings, he threw 83 pitches. And there is movement in High Point's bullpen as well. Dusty Isaacs has begun throwing. 0-2 from Brownell. It misses inside to Rosario. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brownell has allowed just 1 run over 5 innings. He is now at 84 pitches on the evening, so his pitch count getting a little further north than he would like. 1-2. Rosario swings, lines it to right field, but directly at Jared Mitchell. He makes the catch. Kenger back to first, and there's 1 away. Rosario hit it well, but Rocker right fielder Jared Mitchell barely had to move to make the catch. So Rosario now 1 for 3. And up to the plate comes Jimmy Paredes. He's 1 for 2, but an RBI double back in the first inning. The only run of the night so far for Somerset. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard in a moment. Of course, no game more important for the Patriots than the one in which they're playing. First pitch to Paredes. Swung on. Skied out to left. Shallow. Coming in is Richie Schaefer. He makes the catch. Back to first goes Kenger, and there's 2 away. So, around the Atlantic League, in the bottom of the 7th inning over in Waldorf, Maryland, there's no score between the Blue Crabs and the Long Island Ducks. Bottom of the 6th up at New Britain Stadium, it's the Bees and the Skeeters that are tied at 2. And in the top of the 4th at Clipper Magazine Stadium, the York Revolution are leading the Lancaster Barnstormers 6-0. Here, it is a 4-1 Rocker lead. There's 2 out, a runner at first, top of the 6th. Big lead for Kenger. And the first pitch to Edwin Espinal, called to strike, 0-1. So a couple of notes on those out-of-town scores. The Patriots are certainly rooting against the York Revolution in hopes that a second wild card spot could pop up. So York leading 6-0 doesn't help out Somerset's cause. 0-1. Taken low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Patriots would also prefer, if the Long Island Ducks kept winning, to just ensure that at least one wild card spot was open. And then in that Bees Skeeters game, Somerset should be rooting for Sugarland. 1-1. Misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Because Somerset, on the same token as that York Revolution comment, Somerset needs Sugarland to make their way back and to take over the Freedom Division so a second wild card spot opens. Of course, that'll be difficult for Somerset because they play 3 games against the Skeeters later in this road trip. 2-1. Breaking ball, and that's called a strike. It curls into the strike zone. Espinal brushed off the plate. He disagreed. That's now a 2-2 count. There's not a lot of help around the Atlantic League for the Patriots tonight, but they can't focus on that. I can. They can. Somerset needs to find a way to win this ballgame. Kenger runs. The 2-2 misses low. Throw down to second base, not in time. The headfirst dive for Will Kenger. He's into second base safely. That's the 21st stolen base of the year for Will Kenger. And the Patriots with a 2-out runner in scoring position and a 3-2 count for Edwin Espinal. It's a new career high for Will Kenger. His previous career high was 17 stolen bases. Did that last year with Traverse City. Off of second, 3-2. Espinal swings and just gets a piece of 1 to stay alive. Kenger's showed a good amount of speed this season. He's picked his spots well. He's now 21 for 23, or rather 21 for 27 in stolen base attempts. He's off of second. Somerset could certainly use bringing him home. Don't have to get all the runs back this inning, but 1 would go a long way. 3-2. Called strike 3. Fastball across the letters. Espinal started walking down towards first, but he's rung up by Derek Moshe, and the inning is over. No runs for the Patriots in the top of the 6th inning. And 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. We're through 5.5, and the Rockers lead 4-1 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Sorry, we were running late. No problem. Come on in.
This season, T-Mobile is partnering with Little League to make sure every kid can feel like an all-star. With T-Mobile, parents across the country can share the action, the highlights, and the lowlights. And the stars of tomorrow get a chance to shine today. From Little League to the big leagues, T-Mobile has you covered. Now connecting 99% of baseball fans. T-Mobile.
All right. Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. At TD Bank, expect unexpectedly longer hours that fit your schedule, including weekends. And with 24/7 access through online and mobile banking, you can bank whenever, wherever. TD Bank, unexpectedly human. Member FDIC, TD Bank, NA. It's Dwayne Belo back on the mound for the Patriots in the home half of the 6th inning. The Rockers currently leading Somerset 4-1. 4 runs, 7 hits for High Point. 1 run on 4 hits for Somerset. It'll be Giovanni Alfonso to lead off at the bottom of the 6th. 9-1-2 due up for the Rockers. First pitch from Bilo. Fastball taken for a called strike, 0-1. In case you're just joining us, Somerset led 1-0 in the first inning, but the Rockers with 2 in the third and 2 in the fifth have a 3-run lead. Bilo from the stretch in the 0-1. It misses upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. We do have a final line on Somerset starting pitcher David Holmberg. He finished his evening going 4 2/3 innings, allowed 4 runs, all earned, on 7 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He is in line for the loss, should the Patriots not come from behind tonight. 1-1. Alfonso swings, grounds it to third. It's gloved by Paredes. And an accurate throw on to first base for out number 1. Holmberg threw 83 pitches this evening. Was taken out with the bases loaded and 2 away. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Dwayne Bilo came on and wound up striking out Matt Jones swinging to keep it at a 3-run Patriot deficit. So now back to the top of the order. Here's Jared Mitchell. He has reached base twice tonight. Walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the 3rd. Hit a solo home run in the 5th. And he'll have a lefty-lefty matchup against Dwayne Bilo here. Open stance from the left side for Mitchell. Bilo will work from the stretch with nobody on base. First pitch. Mitchell swings and misses on a fastball. 0-1. Somerset's bolstered their bullpen over the last couple of weeks with Dwayne Bilo returning from injury, Stephen Paraxlis joining the team late, and the most recent acquisition, Taylor Wright from the Evansville Otters, 0-1. Mitchell swings, rips it down the right field line. It's deep towards the wall, and it's gone. Jared Mitchell just lines a solo home run into the first row of seats down the right field line. The lights at BB&T Point flicker, I'm assuming on purpose, celebrating Mitchell's home run. His 2nd home run of the night, and it's now a 5-1 Rocker lead. That was a laser beam off the bat of Jared Mitchell. Just high enough to scrape over the right field fence for his 2nd home run of the night and his 11th home run of the season. And the first run that Dwayne Bilo has allowed since returning from the disabled list. Now Stephen Cardullo, and he swings and misses on a first pitch, breaking ball 0-1. So what a night for Jared Mitchell. And the Rockers lead 5-1. Bilo had only allowed 2 base runners over 4 1/3 scoreless innings before that Mitchell home run. 0-1. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit foul down the third base line, 0-2. So Bilo touched up, and it's a slightly larger hill for the Patriots to climb tonight. They've still got time. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, but a 5-1 Rocker lead. And again, because it's so important, any combination of Rocker wins and Patriot losses that equal 4 would eliminate Somerset from the first wild card spot. As this one's wasted away by Stephen Cardullo to stay alive, still 0-2, which means if High Point wins this ball game specifically tonight, then the Patriots, their tragic number for that first wild card spot, that it will drop to 2, which means hypothetically there's an opportunity for the Rockers to eliminate the Patriots from the first wild card spot tomorrow night. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up there from Bilo. Got Cardullo out in front, chased one in the dirt. And there's 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. Rockers still leading 5-1. Now, in that hypothetical, even if the Patriots lose tonight and tomorrow, they wouldn't officially be eliminated from the postseason. because there's still an outside chance that the York Revolution fall in the second half, that the Skeeters make a run and win the second half championship. First pitch from Dwayne Bilo to Hector Gomez, misses inside 1-0. And Somerset does own the season tiebreaker over the Revs. So, in that hypothetical that, look, York is currently 4.5 games up in the second half Freedom Division standings, as Gomez takes the fastball high, 2-0. So it certainly doesn't look great for the Patriots' chances. Also, York is winning 6-0 over the Barnstormers this evening. But there would still be a chance. So Somerset would not be eliminated overall from the playoffs in that hypothetical if they lose tonight and tomorrow. They would still have at least one more day into Sunday, as the 1-0 from Bilo misses high. Well, that was a 2-0 rather. Now that's a 3-ball and no strike count. Once their tragic number hits 0 against High Point, and then the York Revolution clinch a Freedom Division championship, or Somerset's tragic number with York hits 0, then the Patriots would be eliminated. 3-0. In for a called strike, 3-1. Now, we've referenced the tragic number for the Patriots against High Point a number of times. That's at 4. Entering tonight, Somerset's tragic number against the Revs for a potential second wild card spot is at 5. So, with York currently leading 6-0 and the Patriots trailing 5-1 here, that tragic number for the second wild card spot tonight could potentially fall to 3. I know there's a lot of numbers and it's very confusing, but there's a couple of different things at play for the Patriots to make the postseason. 3-1. Swing and a hard hit line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit for Hector Gomez. A 2-out single in the bottom of the 6th inning keeps the inning alive for the Rockers. It'll bring up Quincy Lattimore. That's the third hit of the ball game for Hector Gomez. He's 3 for 4. Already a run home in the 6th on the Jared Mitchell solo home run. High Point leads 5-1. And now Quincy Lattimore steps in. He's reached base twice, including a bases loaded walk back in the 3rd. Dwayne Bilo remains on the mound for the Patriots. It's a lefty versus righty matchup. First pitch from Bilo. That one taken low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. So we'll keep our eyes on the out-of-town scoreboard because it's so important. But, I mean, ultimately all of these combinations and permutations and different outcomes and scenarios and, you know, different hypotheticals that could get the Patriots into the playoffs, it's all predicated on Somerset having to win ball games. 1-0. In for a called strike, 1-1. None of the scenarios matter. None of the tiebreakers matter. None of the, well, if you get help here and you get help there, none of that matters if Somerset doesn't win games. And, you know, truth is that the second half, the Patriots just simply haven't won enough ball games. There's been a lot of close ones. They've been in a lot of close ball games, whether it be home or road, against the Ducks, against the Bees. I mean, look at a couple of ways the Patriots lost in their last road trip against New Britain. Certainly close games against the Rockers as well. 1-1, swinging a ground ball. That one gets up the middle into center field as well. Back-to-back 2-out ground ball base hits, both rolling their way into center field, and the inning continues for the Rockers. Gomez to second. It's Lattimore at first. And now Richie Schaefer will get his 4th plate appearance. It's the second half that the Patriots haven't been too accustomed to having. Again, they're under 500 and in danger of missing the postseason for the first time in the 7-year tenure of the Brett Jody era. Uncharted territory for this Patriots team. Bilo from the stretch, first pitch to Richie Schaefer, taken low and away. Thing is, there's really good veteran leadership on this Patriots team this season. I mean, Bilo's certainly one of them. It's his 3rd year with the team. He's made the playoffs in his first 2 seasons. Jovan Gonzalez, his 4th year with the club. He's made the playoffs in his first 3 years. For Scott Kelly, it's his 6th year in Somerset. He's made the postseason in his first 5 years with the team. So the veteran leadership is there. I mean, Teasley's back for his 3rd season as well. Zinicola, his 2nd season. Cloyd, his 2nd season. Molesky, Paraxlis, 2nd seasons. Rowe, 2nd year. 1-0 to Schaefer. Fouled off. Alfredo Rodriguez, 2nd year. Craig Massey, 2nd year. Justin Pacioli, 3rd year. Francoso, 2nd year. The veteran leadership is there. It's just been a string of close losses for the Patriots. Too many stretches where the bats either went dormant and the pitching was doing all right, or vice versa. Things just haven't clicked for the Somerset team in the 2019 second half. 1-1. Bounces low, blocked by Bracamonte. 2 balls and a strike. And it almost makes it even a little bit more frustrating when you equate how the first half ended for the Patriots, because they were right there with both the High Point Rockers and the Long Island Ducks, but more specifically with Long Island. They were right there, toe-to-toe, going to the end of the first half, fighting for a championship. And had they won the first half championship, all of this wouldn't necessarily be moot. It would still be cause for concern going into the postseason, but they wouldn't have to worry about a playoff spot. 2-1. Misses up and in. Now 3 balls and 1 strike as Bilo struggles to finish off this inning. There was 2 out, nobody on. And then back-to-back 2-out base hits. First for Hector Gomez, then for Quincy Lattimore. And now a 3-1 count to the right-handed hitting Richie Schaefer. 2nd in the league in home runs. 3-1 from Bilo. Fastball, called a strike. Schaefer thought it was ball 4, didn't get it. And it's a 3-2 count. I mean, Somerset was a couple of plays and maybe a couple of saves away in the first half from winning that championship. And then the storyline is completely different for this Patriots team. They'd instead be gearing up for a postseason run. Instead, odds certainly not over for Somerset, but are currently against them. 3-2 for Bilo. Schaefer swings and skies it deep in the air down the left field line. Rosario gives it a look, but that will land foul, and the at-bat continues for Richie Schaefer. It's been a long inning for Dwayne Bilo, who has now thrown 31 pitches. Gave up a solo home run to Jared Mitchell earlier in this inning. A couple of 2-out base hits have kept things going. With a 3-2 count, Hector Gomez will get a head start off of second base. Quincy Lattimore will have a head start off of first. It's Richie Schaefer at the plate, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He's also been hit by a pitch. Once again, Bilo from the stretch. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bilo sets down Schaefer swinging, and the inning is over. However, it's a run home for the Rockers on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 more runners are left on base. 5-1 High Point. We're through 6 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are. And no matter who you are, we'll have you feeling like you again.
The doctor's online when you download the Telemed app. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Sorry, we were running late.
No problem. Come on in.
Welcome back to BB&T Point in High Point, North Carolina. First year that the Patriots are playing ball games in the Tar Heel State. They currently trail the Rockers 5-1 as we begin the top of the 7th inning, and there's a new pitcher on the mound for High Point. John Brownell in his home debut. He is done after 6 innings of work. It got off to a shaky start for Brownell, who allowed a run in the top of the first inning, but since that point settled down quite nicely. The former Duck finishes his night 6 innings, 1 run earned on 4 hits, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. And now the Rockers have handed the ball off to the righty Dusty Isaacs, who comes on the mound here for the top of the 7th. Isaacs will work against the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Patriots. Gabriel Bracamonte leads off. And the first pitch from Isaacs misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Patriots have seen Isaacs this season. Right-handed reliever, part of a formidable bullpen for this Rocker team as Bracamonte swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Isaacs a 1-3 record, a 4.71 earned run average on the year, making his 21st relief appearance. He's seen the Patriots 2 times as Bracamonte takes low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Somerset most recently saw Isaacs last Friday night, a week ago. Isaacs was the pitcher on the mound for the Rockers in the bottom of the 10th inning. That allowed an unearned run to score, which gave the Patriots a 1-0 win. Bracamonte laid on a fastball, swings and misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was unearned for a couple of reasons. One being that he came on in the 10th with an inherited runner at second base, and 2, it was a fielding error by Giovanni Alfonso that proved to be the game-winning play for the Patriots. 2-2. Bracamonte takes low and in. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Isaacs on for Brownell to preserve a 4-run lead. Rockers in front 5-1 with nobody out and nobody on in the top of the 7th inning. Bracamonte's 1 for 2 at a base hit to center his last time up. And he takes this fastball low and away, ball 4. A leadoff walk for the first-year Patriot catcher. And Bracamonte reaches base for the 2nd time tonight. It's only the 2nd walk drawn by Somerset, but always a cardinal sin for relievers. Yes, you come in a little bit cold, but you certainly do not want to walk the first man that you face. So Bracamonte at first. Here's Teodoro Martinez, and the first pitch misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, one way to get Somerset back into the ballgame rather quickly is to start walking some Patriots around the bases. .1-0 from Isaacs. That one called to strike, 1-1. Bracamonte walked to begin the inning. Now it's Martinez, who's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Flew out to left in the 2nd. Lined out to the shortstop Alfonso his last time up in the 4th. Righty versus righty, the 1-1. Martinez swings, bounces one towards 3rd. It's a foul ball. It goes into the coach's box down the 3rd base line where Patriots hitting coach Glenn Barker makes the play. So a 1 ball and 2 strike count. 8:45 local time here in High Point, North Carolina. Just a little above the 2-hour mark. We've had overcast skies all evening. Wind's been blowing in from center field. And the temperatures have been hovering around the low 70s. 1-2 to Martinez. Taken low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not a very hot day that you would anticipate considering the recent weather that we've had at TD Bank Ballpark up in Bridgewater. But the rest of this series should be warm. Temperatures are expected to be around 80 degrees the rest of the Patriots' time down here. And then, of course, temperatures will increase when Somerset flies down to the greater Houston area Tuesday afternoon as they get set for a 3-game series against the Sugarland Skeeters. 2-2. Taken low and away. Matt Jones does well to keep the ball close. That'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A runner at first, nobody out. Top of the 7th, Somerset trailing 5-1. This being the final road trip for the Patriots in their 2019 regular season. 3-2. Bracamonte runs. Martinez swings and skies it out to right. Mitchell, long way to run into foul territory. He slides, but he can't get there. A feet first slide right in front of his teammates in the Rocker bullpen down the right field line. A good effort from Mitchell, but he came up empty. Had to cover a lot of ground. And Martinez stays alive. Still a 3-ball, 2-strike count. With Bracamonte at first and nobody out. Infield at double play depth. Isaac stares into his battery mate, Matt Jones. Now the righty, and the blue uniform comes set. 3-2. Martinez softly lines it towards second, charging in Russell. He fields, flips to second for 1. A turn throw to first won't be in time. Martinez beats it out. To fielder's choice. Gets Martinez at first base. He trades spots with Bracamonte in exchange of an out. Now 1 away in the top of the 7th. Somerset trailing 5-1. And it'll be Alfredo Rodriguez, the batter. That was a good play by Michael Russell. The ball was softly lined his way. He raced in and fielded it towards the lip of the infield grass on 1 bounce and then spun his body around and got it over to second base rather quickly to get the lead runner. So Martinez is at first with 1 out. Alfredo Rodriguez at the plate, 0 for 2. Reached on an E5 in his first at-bat. And now we had a brief pause because the Patriots didn't have a first base coach. Teodoro Martinez had taken off his protective shin pad and he tossed it down the first base line into foul territory, but the Patriots didn't have a first base coach, so it was just sitting there. And the umps didn't want to play. Now the first pitch to Alfredo Rodriguez, it misses. 1 ball and no strikes. So Michael Ullman, who's not in the Patriot lineup this evening, raced out of the dugout. Now he's at first, coaching for Teodoro Martinez and the rest of this Patriots team. 1-0. Rodriguez takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still a good amount of fans in attendance. Friday night crowd down here at High Point, North Carolina. 1-1. Rodriguez fouls it off. First couple of times the Patriots were down here in High Point, school was out of session. Such a big part of this town is High Point University. About 10 minutes away from the ballpark, give or take. So when school's in session, the town is a lot more lively. 1-2. Rodriguez swings and misses. Chases a changeup off the plate. Isaacs sets down Rodriguez swinging, and there's 2 away. Still a runner at first in the top of the 7th. Somerset trailing 5-1. It'll bring up Michael Krause. Of course, this town very much so known for its furniture. There's a number of storefronts that are somewhat furniture related. Now, I'll be completely honest, I don't know many furniture outlets. As the first pitch to Michael Krause, a called strike. So just by judging by the names of the stores and sort of what it looks like from the outside, I'm gauging that the majority of them around here are of the furniture variety. 0-1. Called a strike, 0-2. Thing with that is that there's only a couple of times a year that there's these massive furniture conventions down here in High Point. At other times during the year, a lot of these furniture storefronts remain somewhat barren. 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Isaacs makes quick work of Michael Krause, and it's a scoreless top of the 7th inning. No runs for the Patriots. No hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll stretch and then head to the bottom of the 7th. Rockers leading 5-1 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What better way to spend a summer night than taking a group to a Somerset Patriots game? Enjoy one of the best ways for families, friends, and businesses to catch affordable entertainment right here in Central Jersey. Groups of 30 or more receive $2 off the normal price per ticket, starting at just $8.50. These groups can participate in our on-field promotions, including a pregame performance, color guard, baseball buddies, field of dreams, or the 7th inning fun bunch. The Patriots also offer fundraising opportunities for groups of 250 or more for even larger discounts. Head over to our picnic area located down the left field line, where groups of 30 to 500 can have a ballpark barbecue. For $28 a person, get a ticket to the game and an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. Overlooking the left field line is the party deck, where an upscale buffet will be served along with a cash bar for groups of 30 to 150 for $39 a person. Groups of up to 30 or 40 can have private use of a fully furnished, climate-controlled hospitality suite with indoor and outdoor seating alongside wait service. Our exclusive Diamond Club is a large indoor hospitality space located on our suite level, perfect for holding meetings and entertaining clients. Here, outdoor balcony seating is accompanied by an hour-and-a-half upscale buffet, a private cash bar, cocktail tables, bar seating, and a 60-inch smart TV. Email us at groups@somersetpatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 to lock down your perfect summer outing.
Your needs to an associate team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for more information today. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The Somerset Patriots are trailing the High Point Rockers 5-1, but some exciting news here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We have a Patriot debut on the mound. Taylor Wright will make his first appearance wearing the red, white, and blue uniform. He dons number 27 this evening for the Patriots, and he is making his first appearance with Somerset this season. He was recently acquired, in fact, just 1 day ago, in a trade for future considerations with the Evansville Otters of the Frontier League, where Wright enjoyed a tremendous 2019 season. He's an interesting story, and we'll certainly get into that as the inning progresses. But he makes his Patriots debut in the home 7th, and he'll face the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Rockers. Michael Russell to lead off. He'll be followed by Miles Schroeder and Matt Jones. Wright comes set. A righty works from the stretch in the first pitch. That's a fastball taken for a called strike, 0-1. Wright listed at 6 feet 5 inches, 215 pounds, a Pennsylvania native and a graduate of Brown University over in Rhode Island. 0-1. Taken low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tough chance for Taylor Wright to come to the Patriots yesterday and then after 1 day with the team have to hop on the bus for the longest road trip that the Patriots will be on in terms of distance this season. Starting off with their longest bus ride, about a 10-hour ride down here to High Point, North Carolina. As he just finished a conversation with Gabriel Bracamonte going over signs in his Patriot debut. And then after Somerset's done here, Wright will hop on the plane with the team and fly over to Sugar Land, Texas. So a long road trip for Wright, and then he'll only have 3 more home games left once the Patriots return home a week from tonight. 1-1. It's a fastball that's taken low. 2 balls and 1 strike. But Somerset's really excited to have Taylor Wright in town, and believe it or not, it's actually not the first time that he has been in town for the Patriots. 6'5" righty comes set, now the 2-1. Swinging a line drive, caught by the shortstop Rodriguez. Hard hit, but an atom ball. Rodriguez makes the play. A former Frontier League man himself. Spent 2 seasons with the Joliet Slammers, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Miles Schroeder, 0 for 2 with a walk. Wright actually came and tried out for this very same Somerset Patriots team earlier this year. Somerset holds their open tryouts in the morning before FanFest. So Wright was pitching at the ballpark on Saturday, April 13th, as Schroeder swings at the first pitch he sees from Wright. It's bounced to the second baseman, Scott Kelly. Easy play on to first, and there's 2 away. And the Patriots liked what they saw out of Taylor Wright. Just didn't have a spot, and oftentimes during those open tryouts, Somerset's looking for guys that, might not have a spot for initially, but they could certainly keep in mind as the season continues and contracts are purchased and injuries start to occur. Because at the beginning of the season, Somerset always comes in with a number of extra arms. A lot with Major League experience, anticipating that contracts will get purchased early on. At the plate now, Matt Jones in the first pitch from Taylor Wright, called a strike, 0-1. So Wright didn't have a spot locked up originally at the Patriot Open tryout, but the Patriots liked him so much that pitching coach John Hunton recommended him to Andy McCauley, the manager of the Evansville Otters in the Frontier League. 0-1, a swing and a miss. And Taylor Wright continues his impressive debut. He's ahead in the count 0-2 against Matt Jones. So Wright went over to Evansville, tried out during their spring training, was one of their better spring training pitchers, latched on with the team, and was ultimately Evansville's best relief pitcher this year. And he won Rookie of the Year honors in the Frontier League. 0-2. Breaking ball. Misses outside. He's got a good fastball. He's also got a very good splitter. And splitter is the go-to out pitch for Wright. Just tremendous numbers for the Evansville Otters. Allowed only 5 earned runs over 48 2/3 innings this season with the Otters. 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Doesn't matter. It's a called strike 3. And Taylor Wright works a 1-2-3 inning in his Patriots debut. Strikes out a batter and looks very impressive. We're through 7. Somerset still trails 5-1. We'll head to the 8th on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection. With 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience. With all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction. With positive reviews praising our business model every day. We'll never take our customers for granted. Flemington Car and Truck Country.
Every day, we're here for...
So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh, let's do healthy today. I think that'll work. The healthy plate. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? We have veggie burger, turkey burger, fruit cup. It all sounds so good, but something's telling me veggie burger. I think I'll have the veggie burger. A lot of great choices here at the Horizon Healthy Plate concession stand. That's a tasty burger.
Oh. Yeah. Get the checking account for smart people. That's Provident Smart Checking. No minimum balance, no monthly service fees. Yes, indeed. Provident Bank, commitment you can count on. Get the ball rolling at provident.bank. We're on to the 8th inning at BB&T Point. The Somerset Patriots are trailing the High Point Rockers 5-1, a game that is crucial to Somerset's postseason hopes, but they find themselves trailing by 4. Dusty Isaacs is done after his 1 inning of relief. Isaacs allows 1 walk. He strikes out a pair and does not allow a run. And now the Rockers have handed the ball off to a former Somerset Patriot, lefty Chase Hutchinson. Side-arming lengthy lefty delivers a first pitch fastball to Scott Kelly, the leadoff man for the Patriots in the top of the 8th. And it's taken off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Hutchinson acquired in a trade from the Patriots to the Rockers earlier in the offseason this year, as Kelly takes a strike. 1-1. Chase in his 3rd season in the Atlantic League. He pitched for the York Revolution and was very impressive in 2017. Now the 1-1. Kelly swings, grounds it to second base, gobbled up by Michael Russell, on to first, and there's one away. Hutchinson, his numbers with the Revs in 2017, lights out. He had a 1.36 ERA over 57 appearances. And then the Patriots traded Nate Coronado over to York in exchange. Or rather, they acquired Chase Hutchinson in a trade from the Revolution for Mitch Atkins, starting pitcher to begin the 2018 season. Here at the plate is Will Kenger, and the first pitch misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Hutchinson went 5-1 with the Patriots last year, but a 3.55 ERA. And now he's with the Rockers. And another strong season for the lefty. This is 53rd appearance of the year. An ERA of 3.14. As Kenger, left-handed batter, takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. So it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Hutchinson for the Rockers and Kenger for the Patriots. Will, another former Frontier League player, spent 3 seasons with the Traverse City Beach Bums, ending last year. He is now riding a 9-game on-base streak. 2-0. Misses inside as he spins out of the way of a fastball. 3 balls and no strikes. Possibly more impressive than that 9-game on-base streak for Kenger is that it comes immediately off the heels of a 30-game on-base streak, which is the second longest on-base streak for any player in the Atlantic League this season. 3-0 from Hutchinson. Misses low and in, ball 4. And Kenger draws a 1-out walk, second time that he's reached base tonight. So that puts Kenger at first base. It brings up Omo Rosario. Will's 30-game on-base streak went from August 2nd to September 3rd. He did not reach base on September 3rd, but then reached base on September 4th and has reached base safely in 9 straight games since. First pitch from Hutchinson to Omo Rosario, taken for a called strike 0-1. So, math would indicate, including tonight, he has now reached base safely in 39 of his last 40 games. And that is no easy feat. He takes off from first as Rosario swings and might have tipped one foul. Kenger got a good jump. He would have been into second base, but Rosario just got a piece of that one. So Kenger will retreat to first. He already has a stolen base this evening. And it's an 0-2 hole for Omo Rosario. Will Kenger's had a tremendous year, and he's certainly one of the front runners for the Team MVP award that was announced on the Somerset Patriots website and social media platforms a couple of days ago. 0-2 to Rosario. Swung on, a ground ball, hit to third, fielded by Gomez to second for 1, and throw on to first base in time. That's an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play. We'll get into the Team MVP award when we return for the bottom of the 8th inning. Somerset trailing 5-1 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are. And no matter who you are, we'll have you feeling like you again.
The doctor's online when you download the Telemed app. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
This season, T-Mobile is partnering with Little League to make sure every kid can feel like an all-star. With T-Mobile, parents across the country can share the action, the highlights, and the lowlights. And the stars of tomorrow get a chance to shine today. From Little League to the big leagues, T-Mobile has you covered. Now connecting 99% of baseball fans. T-Mobile.
It's the bottom of the 8th inning at BB&T Point, and the Patriots are currently trailing the High Point Rockers 5-1. Another new pitcher on the mound for Somerset. Taylor Wright's Patriot debut is done after one impressive inning. Did not allow a base runner. He struck one out, and he exits after that one inning, and he hands the ball off to Stephen Paraxlis, who comes on the mound in the home 8th to keep this at a 4-run Patriot deficit. It has not been an easy start to his 2019 season for Paraxlis. Paraxlis was with the team last year and was a starting pitcher and pitched well, but this now Paraxlis' 4th relief appearance with the Patriots in 2019. It was an interesting road to get here for the righty. Former Chicago Cub farmhand. Works from the stretch with nobody on, and the first pitch to Giovanni Alfonso is waiting for the call. I believe that was taken for a ball. Nothing on the scoreboard just yet. The pitch to Alfonso. This one fouled off. Nothing in 1 ball and 1 strike. Or rather, it's no balls and 2 strikes. First pitch was a strike. Again, a very difficult angle. I'm all the way down the right field corner here at BB&T Point. So it's an 0-2 hole for Giovanni Alfonso. 9-1-2 due up for the Rockers. In the bottom of the 8th, High Point leading 5-1. Paraxlis comes set. Now the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fastball gets by Alfonso. That's the 10th strikeout for Patriot pitchers this evening. And there's 1 away in the 8th. Well, similar to Zach Dodson for the Somerset Patriots, Stephen Paraxlis was pitching overseas earlier in 2019. Had some conversations with joining the Patriots initially, but he went over to play in Italy and played for Unipol Sei Bologna. And had a very successful run in Italy. In fact, his team, Unipol, wound up winning the 2019 European Champions Cup. Righty from the stretch, and the first pitch now to Jared Mitchell, taken for a called strike, 0-1. And Paraxlis pitched well. He was named the tournament's most valuable pitcher. Worked 10 scoreless innings in that tournament across 2 appearances, 1 start. And then came over to the Patriots and was signed and activated on August 31st. His first couple of appearances were in very difficult spots on the road in New Britain against the Bees. 0-1. Mitchell takes a called strike. 0-2. Paraxlis, his first outing, gave up a walk-off wild pitch to fall 0-1, and then wound up giving up a walk-off walk later in that series against the Bees. It was 0-2 over his first 2 outings. His last time out came Tuesday night for the Patriots at home. Gave up a run on 2 hits over in 1 inning of work as Mitchell swings and rips one down the right field line foul. Still an 0-2 hole for the Rocker right fielder. But Paraxlis had very good numbers with the Patriots last year. There were a couple of stretches as a starting pitcher, once his arm got fully loose and ready to go, that he was very strong. He signed with the Patriots July 24th last year, went 2-1 with a 3.35 ERA over 9 starts, and he was the Game 2 Liberty Division Championship Series starting pitcher for the Patriots. Didn't perform too well in that start, but he was a big-time member of the Patriots' starting rotation last year. He's a reliever this year. Now the 0-2. Mitchell swings, shoots it out towards left field, but Rosario chased over to his right, makes a lunging catch. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. Well, Paraxlis, part of the improvements that the Patriots have made recently to their bullpen. Dwayne Belo returning from injury, and then Taylor Wright coming over from the Evansville Otters. The improvements needed, especially with James Pugliese no longer with the team. Pugliese had been with the team all season long, but he has returned to school over at Mercer Community College, back home in New Jersey. Finish up getting his degree, and that school's back in session. At the plate, here's Stephen Cardullo in the first pitch, a called strike, 0-1. I did mention that we would talk about the Team MVP award for the Patriots this year. Voting is available. It is a fan vote for the Team MVP. We had one last year, which was successful. Alfredo Rodriguez was named 2018 Team MVP as Cardulo skies one deep down the right field line. Martinez gives it a look, but it's a foul ball. And an 0-2 count for Cardulo. So while Alfredo Rodriguez won the 2018 Team MVP, fans, you can vote for the 2019 Team MVP. Just go to the Somerset Patriots website. You can find the article on the front rotator. And if you vote, you'll be entered into a contest for a chance to win 4 tickets to the final Patriots home game of the season on the 22nd. An opportunity to present the Team MVP trophy to the winning player. Get an autographed baseball from the player as well. There's 4 Patriots that are up for voting for the Team MVP. 2 position players and 2 pitchers. Will Kenger and Michael Ullman as the position players. 0-2 to Cardulo, fouled off. And then the pitchers are Liam O'Sullivan and Rick Teasley. Again, only one winner, so it's not like you could pick one position player and one pitcher to win a couple of awards. You got to pick one out of those 4. Kenger, Ullman, Teasley, O'Sullivan. Difficult choice. Right now it's Paraxlis ahead in the count with 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th, 0-2. Bounces low, blocked by Bracamonte, and Stephen Cardulo stays alive at the plate. Jared Mitchell was just at the plate for High Point. He flew out to the left fielder, Olmo Rosario. He already had 2 home runs tonight. He had a chance to become the first Rocker player in franchise history to hit 3 home runs in a game. Now Cardulo swings, grounds one to short. It's fielded by Rodriguez. He'll throw to first. It beats Cardulo, and the inning is over. No runs for the Rockers, no hits, no errors, and nobody is left on base. Last chance for the Patriots. They trail 5-1. We move to the top of the 9th inning in a game of so much importance for Somerset. All the action coming your way next on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Got him. And welcome back to BB&T Point in High Point, North Carolina, where the Rockers are 3 outs away from taking Game 1 of this 4-game series over the Somerset Patriots, and in doing so would offer a very crushing blow towards Somerset's postseason hopes. Talked about it a couple of times, but Somerset pretty much needs to sweep this series for a chance to get into the postseason. They will not be eliminated tonight, regardless of result. However, their tragic number would drop to 2 to get that first place wild card spot. Meaning that if this score holds and the Rockers win tomorrow night as well, or at any other point during this series, then Somerset would not be able to win the first wild card in the Atlantic League, and they would have to hold out hope that Sugar Land would come from behind and erase what might turn out to be a 5.5-game deficit after tonight to win the Freedom Division in the second half. Jimmy Paredes leads off in the top of the ninth. New pitcher on the mound for the Rockers, it's Kyle Halbone. And the first pitch to the switch-hitting Paredes, batting left-handed, in for a called strike, 0-1. Halbone from the windup in the 0-1. Paredes swings and fouls it off, 0-2. Jimmy nearly hit a home run in his first at-bat. It was a high fly ball down the right field line that just tailed foul, but on the very next pitch, hit an RBI double that one-hopped against the wall in right center field and gave Somerset their only run. Swings here and skies one out to shallow center. Second baseman Michael Russell retreats. He makes the catch, and there's one away. Somerset held a 1-0 lead after the first inning tonight, and they carried that 1-0 lead into the third. David Holmberg was on the mound for the Patriots. Rockers plated 2 runs in the third. An RBI infield single from Hector Gomez, a bases-loaded walk to Quincy Lattimore. And that gave the Rockers a 2-1 lead. They added 2 more runs in the 5th inning. Here's Edwin Espinal. The first pitch misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Rockers got a couple of runs in the 5th. One, a solo home run from Jared Mitchell. Later, a sacrifice fly from Michael Russell as Espinal takes a strike. 1-1. And then another solo home run from Jared Mitchell, his second of the ball game, came in the 6th inning to provide the Rockers with a 5-1 lead, and that's where we stand. Espinal checks his swing on a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Rockers now 2 outs away. Be sure to stay tuned for the Flemington Department Store postgame show after this one concludes. 2-1. Check swing from Espinal. That one's in for a called strike, 2-2. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard again in the Atlantic League. There have been some updates since the last time that we checked, including one game that's gone into extra innings. 2-2 on its way from Halbone. Espinal swings and slices it foul. No game has gone final yet in the Atlantic League, but a couple of scores of note for Patriots fans. We'll get into all of that action on the Flemington Department Store postgame show, as well as go over the playoff scenarios. Espinal takes a fastball upstairs. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. But Somerset, before we get there, hoping for a rally here in the top of the 9th inning. They trail by 4. There's 1 out, nobody on. Espinal at the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight, and he asks for time as he steps out of the right-handed batter's box. Working against the 6-foot, 8-inch Long Island native Kyle Halbone. Couple of big dudes going at it here. 3-2. Espinal fights off another fastball. Gabriel Bracamonte awaits on deck. The Patriots need to get 3 runners on base to bring the tying run to the plate. And now Espinal steps away from the plate again and asks for time. He might have something in his eye. He takes off his helmet and wipes the jersey on his right arm against the forehead, possibly against the eye as well. We're approaching 9:20 on the East Coast. First of a 4-game series between Somerset and High Point. Halbone stares into his battery mate, Matt Jones. Takes his time, shakes him off. Now the windup in the 3-2. Another foul ball from Espinal. Long turn at bat here from El Poco, who has been known to work these long at bats a number of times throughout the course of the season. Halbone hoping to finish off this inning. The Rockers have Ryan Kelly standing and awaiting in the bullpen should they need a save opportunity. 3-2. Another foul ball off the bat of Edwin Espinal. Kelly, who is the Rocker closer, was the Patriots closer last year, and he got a save against Somerset last Sunday. He's not throwing yet, but he's awaiting if needed. 9th pitch of the at-bat, Espinal swings and misses on a fastball, strike 3, and the Patriots are down to their final out of the night. Espinal 0 for 4. The Patriots have just 1 run on 4 hits, and that 1 run came back in the first inning. So with 2 out, nobody on, that'll bring up Gabriel Bracamonte, who has reached base twice tonight. A base hit in the 4th and a walk in the 7th. From the windup, first pitch from Halbone. Fastball eye level. 1 ball and no strikes. Tomorrow night, the Patriots and the Rockers return to action. We'll have another 6:30 first pitch. Somerset will bring Liam O'Sullivan on the mound as Bracamonte takes a strike, 1-1. It'll be a rematch of last Sunday's pitchers duel. O'Sullivan for the Patriots and Craig Stem for the Rockers. 1-1 from Halbone. Bracamonte swings and misses late on a fastball. And for the first time this evening, Somerset's down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th, Somerset trailing 5-1. 2-strike clap picks up. Halbone stares in towards home from the windup, the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Kyle Halbone strikes out Gabriel Bracamonte, and the Rockers have taken the first game of this 4-game series. Your final score from High Point, North Carolina, it's the High Point Rockers 5 and the Somerset Patriots 1. We'll step aside for the Flemington Department Store post-game show when we return on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are. And no matter who you are, we'll have you feeling like you again.
The doctor's online when you download the Telemed app. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Looking for a home remodeling company with a lot of experience? You'll love what Bellari has to offer. Love your home. Bellari. Home remodeling since 1950. Visit BellariNJ.com to learn more today.
And welcome back here to BB&T Point for the Flemington Department Store postgame show as the Somerset Patriots fall to the High Point Rockers 5-1. Flemington Department Store, the area's best selection of quality clothing, flooring, furniture, and footwear found in our 2-acre showroom located on Route 31, north of the Flemington Circle. Flemington Department Store, it is worth the trip. We'll jump right into the highlights. The Patriots, they had David Holmberg on the mound tonight. He was working against John Brownell for the High Point Rockers. Brownell pitched wonderfully against the Patriots the first time he saw him. Though Somerset would tag Brownell early in this ball game. There was 2 out, nobody on in the top of the first inning. Omo Rosario grounded a base hit up the middle, and that set the stage for Jimmy Paredes. Drives this ball deep in the air out to right center field. Schroeder gives it a look, and it one-hops against the fence. Rosario heading for third. He's going to turn third and come home. The relay throw is bobbled. There's no play at the plate, and it's a 2-out RBI double for Jimmy Paredes. And the Patriots jump in front 1-0 in the top of the first inning. So the Patriots are leading 1-0 after the first inning off of John Brownell, but that wound up being the only run that the Patriots would get in tonight's ballgame. The Rockers plated 2 runs in the bottom of the third inning. It came off of David Holmberg. An RBI infield single from Hector Gomez, a bases-loaded walk to Quincy Lattimore gave the Rockers a 2-1 lead. Holmberg would bounce back and strike out the final 2 batters of that inning to strand the bases loaded, but the damage was done, and that wound up being all that the Rockers would need. They added a couple of more runs in the 5th, a solo home run from Jared Mitchell, a sacrifice fly from Michael Russell, That made it 4-1 Rockers, and then a solo home run from Jared Mitchell again, his second home run of the night. That came in the bottom of the 6th. Gave the Rockers a 5-1 lead, and that wound up being the final score as the Patriots would go down quietly the rest of the way and really didn't have too many other opportunities to tack on runs. In fact, they only got a runner into scoring position one more time after the first inning. It came in the 6th when Will Kendra led off with a single and stole second base. So the Rockers win this one 5-1. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and 9 runners left on base for High Point. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and 5 runners left on base for the Patriots. Winning pitchers, John Brownell. He improves to 1-0 after allowing 1 run over 6 innings. David Holmberg takes the loss. He drops to 2-8 after he allows 4 runs on 7 hits over 4 2/3 innings of work. The no save is recorded tonight in a ball game that took 2 hours and 44 minutes in front of an announced Friday night crowd here in North Carolina of 2,036 fans. With the win, the Rockers improved to 31-30 in the second half. Now 72-59 overall on the season. Meanwhile, with the loss, the Patriots dropped to 22-39 in the second half, 64-67 overall this season. There's fireworks going off here at BB&T Point beyond the left field fence, so the fans who have remained in attendance are being treated to a fireworks show. But let's talk about the out-of-town scoreboard because there's a couple of things that need to be updated in looking around the Atlantic League. Of course, our game here has gone final. One other game has gone final. The New Britain Bees, they get a late run and they defeat the Sugar Land Skeeters 3-2. That scoring line very much does not help the Somerset Patriots in their chances of making the postseason. Meanwhile, in the bottom of the 10th inning, down in Waldorf, the Long Island Ducks have taken a 1-0 lead, played a run in the top half of the inning. So they are in line for a win should they finish that one off down in Waldorf. And it's the York Revolution who are 1 point leading 6-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers. That ball game up in Lancaster is now in the bottom of the 6th, and the Barnstormers have mounted a comeback. It is a 7-5 Revs lead, so Patriots fans certainly should be rooting for the Barnstormers to come from behind and win that one against the Revs because in looking at the opportunities for the Patriots to make the postseason, they continue to dwindle. With their loss to the Rockers tonight, they are now 8 games out of the first wild card spot, and there's only 9 games left to play. So pretty much Somerset needs to win out for the rest of the season, and they've got to get a ton of help to leapfrog the High Point Rockers. It's possible, but it's not looking great for Somerset. Again, being 8 games back with 9 games to play, and they certainly cannot lose another game in this series against the Rockers either. One more loss against High Point during this series, or basically one more loss the rest of the season for the Patriots would eliminate them from the first spot for the wild card. The second spot could still be a little bit more open for the Patriots, but again, with the Sugar Land Skeeters having lost earlier today and the Revs currently winning, York will be 5.5 games up in first place in the Freedom Division, so they certainly look in line to win the second half there, which would close up a potential second wild card spot and make it very difficult for Somerset to make the postseason. But still more action to take on for the Patriots tomorrow night as they cling on to their postseason hopes. Tomorrow night, the Patriots will bring Liam O'Sullivan on the mound. He'll work against Craig Stem. First pitch at 6:30. That's when our coverage will begin as well on SPN.TV, as well as 1450 WCTC. A big thank you before we sign off tonight goes out to Mike Lawrence, who is running our boards for WCTC studios in Somerset, as well as a thank you to the entire High Point Rocker Press Box staff who provided video coverage for tonight's ball game for our SPN.TV broadcasts. But that'll do it for us from High Point, North Carolina. Again, your final score, it's the Rockers defeating the Patriots 5-1. For everyone involved with the broadcast, my name is Mark Schwartz. Again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and have a pleasant rest of your Friday evening, everybody. Good night. Sounds good, Mike. Talk to you then. Be good.